Welcome to the nest. What the fuck? Where'd you like anime? What motivates you to get out of bed in the morning? Spite. Where's the truck? Oh shit. I got you a sausage. Did one of you have a good time over here? I wanted a sausage.
Whoever my head lands on.
Ayo head.
Heyo head.
Heyo
I'm
head.
giving head today. Hello.
Head for head.
Head for head, baby. Head for head. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Oh my.
Should we do a second spin?
I'm very much enjoying the setting. I'm very much Ow. Did this cat really just tell me to get good? Chat, you're so mean. Ah, no!
This is fine.
This
This is fine. Oh, everybody's actually just dead. He's just gonna throw me for an hour. Eat shit and die. Damn it!
Oh, he angry. He just wants to play catch.
Oh, I just want out of the mosh pit, please.
Oh my god. I open up my fortune cookie and it says, "It is the hopes and dreams we have that make us great." VTubers have a lot of hopes and dreams, but we ended up here. And we are unmuted. Hello, everybody. Hello, welcome on in. I hope everybody's having a good night today.
Run away.
If we just hit. For anybody who might be new here, if we want to go.
Why are they all looking at us?
We want to do a really quick introduction for ourselves. Everyone who's new here, my name is ZumiVT. I'm a transfer streamer, owner, proprietor of the Nest here on Twitch. Currently joined here to my right.
Oh shit, wait, that's me. Hi! Hi everybody, I'm Fufu.
Hi, Suzu.
If we want to go around the circle real quick.
Oh. Did you have anything else to say, Fufu?
I'd like to thank the Academy. It's so nice to be here.
Oh my God.
Thank you. Shout out my gay homies. Pride Month, let's go. We love Pride.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Take it away, my husband.
Okay, all right. Hi. I am Nixie Pixie VT. I use all pronouns: he, she, they, it. Just don't call me bitch. I
I get to do that.
am non-binary and Dimmy Pan Polly. If that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Nixie called me out. Angel, never. Oh my god. I usually do art streams. I focus mainly on character concepts and illustrations. Sometimes I do spooky games and Fortnite with my beautiful wife over here.
Hello. Yeah, that's a good point actually. This is probably Zumi, you were just mentioning this is probably a great time to talk about what we do.
Bits are good. Bits are fun.
Yeah, hey everybody. Hi, my name is Fufu. I hobby stream. I have a daytime job. Kind of sucks. So I don't got a lot of time, but I like to do it occasionally. We do some game streams, do a little bit of art stream. I'm a graphic designer by trade. Still looking for that job though. We run a Minecraft server. We play games. I play games with Nyx. And I don't know, gay and crime. Oh, I'm gray asexual, non-binary, he, they. Shout out my homies.
Hey!
There you go.
I guess that leaves me a question mark.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, hello, hi. I'm Addisel Leone. I'm your local transgender catgirl VTuber. I am a menace to society. Also, my mom said that when I was a kid, she dropped me on my head. When I was little, I had to be taken to the emergency room because I got rose petals stuck up my nose. Yeah, I'm former aircraft mechanic. A little bit silly. I play like FromSoft shit, and I terrorize the lives of anybody that I touch in like the mental capacity, not like in the. That's a dumb thing to say. Anyways, yeah. Hi, hello, hi.
Hi,
why I like-
hello, welcome in.
Oh, that's my boyfriend. Hi, boyfriend. Yeah.
I guess let's start off by I know Fufu and Nixie, you kind of already mentioned what your flags are and what pride means to you. I guess I'll start with mine. Piku, hello, welcome on in. Thank you for the follow. I'm transgender, I'm pansexual, and I'm demi as well. And for me, pride is, I mean, I'm quite literally wearing the trans colors on my model. It is very much a statement for myself. Fufu behind you, actually in the bar, is a trans flag as well. The pride flags have always been a part of my channel. They've always been a part of my identity. When I first started streaming, I started off as I identified back then as non-binary. About just under a year ago now, I came out as trans socially, and actually here in about a week, my brother's going to be helping me come out to my parents as trans.
Godspeed.
And for me, pride is it's very much a statement of we are here, and we're here to stay. Exist despite everything that's trying to make us go away and be invisible. Anyone else can continue from there.
I think that's wonderful. I hope it goes very well. I'm glad that you've got some familia support that's going to be there to help you with that news. Might be a little weird for me to say, but proud of you for coming out, for taking that chance. That's always a very
That
brave
is
thing
huge.
to do in any prospect. So hell
Thank
yeah,
you.
fuck yeah for you.
Yeah.
Nyx was the one who helped me a lot figure out my fruitiness. It always had been there. I was the theater kid. I was the flamboyant one, but I was just like, you know what, that's just me. And Nyx and I met, 2020? I
Yeah,
think?
about 5-ish years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was in college at the time. I was writing my sophomore year, and I had never engaged with the LGBT community back at home. I had there was always a bunch of medical issues in the house, and so I never really focused on it. I always had other things I was dealing with. And when I actually started to sit down and talk to Nyx about it, I realized, oh, this makes a lot of sense. It's cliche, but you know what, the whole like light bulb analogy, like, oh, it flicks on, it's like, oh, shit. The gray A's part has always been around, but the non-binary bit wasn't until recently when I realized, you know what, being a man is cool, but can't be more than that.
You know what else I can do? Now that I've showed you what I can do with the bird.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I have a whole bunch of pride stuff.
I love that. Thank you.
So peak.
It was fun describing asexuality and specifically gray asexuality to my mom, because I was like, it doesn't mean I don't like the fuck, but it does mean it doesn't mean that much to me. It's just fun. That's about it. I think I unironically, if we have any other ace heads in the chat, I unironically use the cake analogy, which is like, you know what, cake's nice, but if someone offers you cake at a party, sometimes you don't want it, sometimes you do. It's kind of just up to you at that point. Some people at a party, they always have cake because it's a party. Because why not? Other times, ace person walks in. Sometimes you want cake, sometimes you don't.
Yeah, I love that actually.
Yeah, it is the most cliche like analogy ever, but it works so well.
It works really well.
Yeah. So I appreciate Nyx for helping me figure out more about myself, and Pride. I guess in its entirety, Pride for me is like, you know what? I can step back and love myself just as much as other people seem to love me, and that's okay. I'm thankful for all those people who help me love myself. Like Nyx.
Oh. It's definitely a way street, because in doing so, you've helped me become more confident in the body that I am in.
God, dude, you're so hot. Oh my god. They always say this. Oh my god, dude. I will pull back. I don't get to see them every day, and so I'm. Oh my god, they are very attractive.
You're very attractive.
Oh my god.
They are. They really are. They're absolutely adorable. And for myself, I've always tried my best to be an ally for the queer community. I've known about the queer community since I was little, with my birth mother also having been an ally, and like introducing me to the culture, showing me movies, media, explaining to me about the history and things like that. So I've always been open-minded about it, but it wasn't until probably about high school when I started questioning about my own sexuality and my own identity. And for a short time, I thought that I may be trans, because I just really disliked the body that I was in, that I am in. And it just kind of took a moment to kind of like figure out, well, do I dislike it enough? Is it that enough that I've got to do something about it? And between my own personal search and, of course, a little bit of therapy and support from Fufu and his family, I've been able to kind of figure out where I am, where I want to be in life, and how I actually feel about things. So it's always been a fun journey, and I'm definitely looking forward to what other new surprises I can learn about myself as I get older and I go through life.
Love that.
Dude, sorry, my brain. Yeah. Do you mind if I go? Or like, sorry,
Yeah,
my bad.
you can go. Feel free. You
Okay.
can go.
Yeah. What pride means to me, huh? I guess like it's weird because my like journey has never really been like a black and white or like clear cut path. It's always been like dips and valleys and stuff. I grew up in like the deep south, and I never really had that like support system growing up. I came from like a very male dominated family that was like they wanted me to like work in the oil field, do like other stuff like that, and I never was like big on that. And growing up, I had like a childhood friend, and she was like very much in tune with like her feminine side, and we always hung out. And more, I found myself wanting to be, you know, I wasn't very comfortable in my body. I was never really comfortable with who I was. And then, I mean, that's like a lifelong thing, though. It's like learning to love yourself and stuff. And I'm very in tune with like who I am now. I'm very like comfortable being like, maybe not right now because shy as hell around new people, but I'll get over it.
All good. I totally understand.
The only person
Very,
I'm
like-
going to judge here is going to be Fufu, so you're fine.
Oh,
Like, I don't know, hella loud, hella like all over the place all the time. I made a lot of really good friends in this community, and like Birdbrain above me, she's a big one. She's helped me so much. She has been around for like so many fucking like different things in my life. When I fell in love with like my current boyfriend, well, I guess like my first love, I kind of just like was like, hey, I didn't even know how I felt. Zumi knew before I did, which is crazy. And it was like after like an Elden Ring collab or something, and then she hit me with like and do you like him? And I had to
oh
think
my
about
god,
it.
yes. Oh my god,
You know,
yes.
it wasn't even just a, so do you like him? It was, so you like him, right?
Oh, yeah.
Love
Eat
that.
bag.
It's
Oh my
crazy.
God.
It's like it's so crazy.
Yonder
Oh.
in the Elden Ring stream too.
It's crazy.
Damn. It's like, oh my god. It's like that one meme where it's like, oh my god, she didn't care about the Dark Souls war. She just wanted my dick.
So I guess like what pride means to me is like to be free, to be happy, to feel like I belong in general. I love who I am. I love being in the body that I'm in. I love the people I'm surrounded by because they love me. And I love being who I am. I love Zumi. Zumi's like one of my best friends, my fucking wing woman for life. She fucking helped me like overcome like some insane shit to be with like the person I love the most, my Aiharu. And I love Aiharu too. And he's fucking been really good to me and helped me like work through a lot of like my gender dysphoria and stuff because he's just like he spoils me. He's like, yeah, you're cute. And I'm like, yeah. You're delusional.
It's really good to have someone who can help you with that.
Mhm.
I would never have been able to make the strides that I've done without Nyx. I
Yeah.
fully understand.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Another really fun question, and this can also lead to like stories and stuff like that. Each of your designs, how did each of you come up with your design and or name?
You want to go
Love
first,
it.
Nyx, or do you want me? Or do you want me to go?
I don't know.
Because I know yours. I know you know mine.
That's true. That is in fact true. I've had a few more changes before this form.
Yeah.
No, you go first.
Okay. When I really got into like the art scene, quote unquote, like the internet art scene, when I was like in middle school, it was very common to have like a theme. And this was on like Instagram at the time, and I went through a couple ones. Oh, my whole thing was like narwhals for a minute. Cringe, but God, it was free. And then I moved on a little bit afterwards and got into I had a bit of a science background, and I was like, you know what? It'd be really fun to do a joke on elements. And so I originally it was tungsten oxide because the chemical compound is OWO. And I was like, you know, that'd be really funny.
Why am
And
I
so
not
that's where the
surprised?
Yeah, that's where the oxide and oxide fufu comes from. And then the second part, the fufu bit that I based my model on, is because my mom used to always read me the Bunny Fufu nursery rhyme. And I always thought to myself, wow, this song is really fucked up. This whole thing. She just casts like transmutation magic on him at the end, and then he's just stuck like that. That's a bit extreme. And so I had this character that I used to draw all the time, those Bunny Fufu, and throughout high school and college, I adapted into this version of Fufu, and I ended up spelling it wrong. I didn't realize that the English translation was F-O-O, F-O-O, and I thought it was F-U-F-U, but I was like, you know what, it's funny. It's like, fuck you, fuck you. And so I just slapped it together, and I'm like, oxide fufu. There we go.
Yay! Oh, it's cute though. Aren't you? Do you wanna? You wanna let them know
Yeah.
about the thing?
The look of utter confusion, just huh?
What?
You know,
Wait,
the-
the thing?
Yeah, the new thing, the thing that we're working on.
Oh shit! Fuck! I am screaming. My housemates are gonna be okay. So, Bunny Fufu, the concept of Fufu, and the whole theme of Fufu is like ancient golem guardian flesh golem thing, which I really like the idea because I love world building. I love like writing stories and like D&D and shit. So I had this whole thing written out. It's really fun. I still love it, but the more I was writing it, the more I was constructing it, the more I'm like, eh. Fufu as a character, as a concept, doesn't really fit with what I like personally, and like the style choices that I like, the aesthetics that I like. So I'm thinking of constructing something that's more that fits more with me. Also, the Fufu model that I got, my artist like didn't contact me for like 6-8 months at a time. And he made it way more masculine than I would have gone with. So I got big old man titties, and that wasn't the intention. And so I'm thinking of not necessarily rebranding, but running it back with a chameleon robot design based off just the Oxide name.
Ooh.
Yeah. But to be seen in the future. That's when we have more disposable income and more disposable time.
Right on. I'm very excited to see it. I've gotten to see a couple of the sketches for the project, and if we can get it the way that they've designed it, it would look so fucking cool.
Oh, one day.
One day. Oh shit. Fuck. Love that.
Self-care,
Love that.
Self-care check, so make sure you stretch, de-shrimp, get some water,
Oh
or
shit!
do whatever.
Let me sip my let me hit my caffeine and then chase it with some kombucha.
Oh my god. You would.
Oh,
Just
I'm
don't mind
throwing
me.
up
I'm
today.
just
It's all the
gonna-
carbonation. It's gonna be so bad for me.
Mwah.
But no, Nix, you went through like a bunch of iterations, and the one now I know doesn't have some like doesn't have to do something with the Greek goddess. I think.
The name itself,
Yeah.
Nyx, that I've gone by that online way before I was a VTuber since
The
like
old days.
the old days, since like 2012. Clocking my age here.
MySpace.
Oh no, not that far. That we don't talk about that time. That was a dark time. That was
Alright,
a dark time.
I remember the AOL chat rooms. There's a pretty good chance I think I'm older than both of you.
Wait. We got it. Wait. Okay. Can we crunch the numbers? I'm curious.
I mean, I can.
Do you
hold on.
feel comfortable? Do you feel
That is
comfortable?
yes. Sorry.
I'm-
Nix and I talk about
Sharing
age
your
all the
age.
time.
I'm
if I gotta
almost
pull back this-
36.
Huh?
I'm
Real?
almost
Okay.
36. Like when I say almost 36, I mean August. I will be 36.
Oh, I'm not too far behind you.
Yeah, Nick's, you guys are actually pretty
in,
close.
like 6 days, I'll be 31.
Okay.
I say not that far, and like we are in the same age gap as like me and Fufu here, so it's fine.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm 25.
It's
Yeah,
good.
I'm rocking 25.
Let's go!
It's crazy.
I
25
love being Gen
games.
Z.
Yay!
It sucks out here.
We're in our quarter life crisis, Oomphy. It's crazy.
Yes!
Oh.
We're out here hitting the grind on the job site, making fucking $2 an hour with no health insurance. Let's go!
Hell yeah.
Hello.
I am like the odd one out on that part. I have a very well-paying job.
I respect that. Hey, that is all good. One day. One day.
One day.
I can kind of like loop that into when I talk about my stuff, but I know
The old-
Nixie was talking about their stuff.
Sorry, I started reading from the chat and had to stop myself because it was a big comment. I'm like,
Yeah.
are you serious?
Scylla and I come and we volunteer bi-weekly.
I'm sorry, what?
You have to keep them entertained. It's okay. It's not too hard. Just pull out like a Atari Jaguar and something in your set.
It's all right. I've been streaming now on this
If
channel
I-
for like almost 3.5 years. And being on the older side, I get called ancient all the time.
It's not even old.
It's not
I
that old.
know it's not.
It's not even
If people really start getting under my skin, though, I'll just say that I fucked their dad.
Yeah,
Hey.
right?
Give your father a child he can be proud of.
I mean, I can't get pregnant, but I can still try.
True. True.
Oh,
Yes! You know how to respond at first. I was like, fuck. Right. On the topic of my design, I've gone through a couple of different redesigns based just on my own aesthetics, which I love far too many different types of aesthetics, ranging anywhere from like the Y2K cyber futurism to whimsigoth, neogoth. I think at one time I was really into like pastels for a minute. This design here is the most recent one because I've rekindled my love of the Y2K futurism. And so this is what I'm calling a Phalian, a fairy alien kind of thing deal here. And we're still I'm doing a terrible job of explaining this. Jesus Christ.
What they're forgetting to bring up is the fact that they actually made fully from scratch their own 3D model and character design, rigged it the whole 9
did.
yards,
I
and
did.
still have it. And
I
it's
do.
fucking beautiful.
Thank you. It runs so hard on my computer because my PC needs an update. So this is where this lovely 2D model comes in. But if I can get updates here soon, I would love to continue with the 3D model and do more costumes and outfits that I have in mind for that.
They're very good at it.
Mainly because I love the whole shape-shifting deal. I can never like stay on a single like idea or form. There's always something that I'm like, ooh, I feel more like this today.
They are like phases of the moon, and each night I get to see a new beauty.
Oh my god.
What can I say?
The
Saw the
name
literal blush.
The name itself is a combination of the Greek god Nyx and the lore of being the personification of night, and also the mythology of the phoenix. Both of those tie into a lot of the designs that I do for myself. So there's a lot of like night stuff, a lot of moon stuff, a lot of star stuff, but at the same time, there's a constant theme of rebirth and going through the cycle of the various stages of rebirth, of rediscovering something of yourself, of getting rid of things that no longer help you. That all of that is just a big thing for me. So
I love you.
I love you. See, I couldn't possibly understand why I might be non-binary or anything. What? What? Me? No.
No.
Crap.
Never.
Some type of fluidity in there somewhere.
Oh, absolutely. I've had moments in which I'll wake up in the morning and I'll want to be dressed all femininely, and about halfway through the day, I'm like, fuck, I just want some shorts and a t-shirt. I'm done. Get this shit off me. I don't want the makeup. I don't even want my titties, but like that's harder to take off than clothes. If I could just have like a magnetic set, if I could just have like some metal plate in my chest, and then I could just pop my tits off like a magnet. So when I need them, they're there. When I don't want them, they're gone.
That'd be so
That would be
scary. It's so
great.
cool.
That would be so great. I don't understand how we're here in the future, the future that we are, and I don't have magnetic like body parts that I can just swip and swap as I desire. Like
I'd
that's
be jealous.
really
I
fucking
have
rude.
magnetic tits too. Shit.
I mean,
You
I'll
could.
take titty donations. It's fine.
Oh.
You can
I
have
don't
mine,
borrow
Zumi.
them
I
though,
don't
because
want
then, like,
them.
when I want my
back. Leon, did you want to go next?
Yeah. The name, huh? I guess like so it ties in a little bit to like culture and stuff. So I was born in like I said, like deep south. I was born to like a Native American dad and like a like half native, half like Hispanic mom. And I wanted a name that kind of like represented me as a person, the things that I wanted to accomplish at the time. When I first debuted as a VTuber, I debuted as like a lioness, or like a cat girl. They like kind of with the facade of wanting to be like a lioness, like peacocking as a lioness, because at the time I felt very ashamed of who I was. I felt like meek and afraid of who like the person I was, I guess. So I felt like the more I peacocked, the more I like tried to build up myself as like this like lioness figure,
Yeah.
as someone with like full of pride, full of like energy all the time. I could eventually become that myself. Adicilla in my like native tongue means blossoming or to bloom. And the Leone part still comes from like the remnants of that like time as like wanting to be a lioness VTuber. And little by little I stopped kind of feeling like I had to be this thing that I wasn't. And I could quick swap really fast. In this model, I was really into florography at the time. I still am. I'm a certified like florist, teehee. I really like peonies because they represent like honor, good fortune, and stuff. And it gave a new meaning to like my name, a new meaning to like who I wanted to be as a person. I didn't want to just be like someone who bloomed into like a courageous person. I combined like the peony like symbolism with my name, and I wanted to be like somebody that people who were like afraid of being themselves or afraid of like opening their hearts to like others could look to. And that's what I try to do. I try to be like there for the people that I care about. I try to like stand up for like people when they feel uncomfortable or like sad or lonely. And little by little, I wanted to grow into that. I wanted to grow into like Leone, the like Adisola Leone, a blossoming of good fortune, a blossoming of like honor. I wanted to be there for people. And that's what I tried to do with my channel, with like my life day by day. I just want to be a good person as best as I can be.
It's beautiful.
That's so good.
Yeah.
I think
Love
that's a really
that.
good, like, that's really good. That's like a really honorable
Thank-
and kind goal for oneself.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad. I'm glad I could like feel like I'm accomplishing that little by little. And I feel like the people around me, like I used to have a lot of self-doubt with myself and like the type of person I was. But it seems like things are panning out pretty well. I met like people like Zumi, people like my boyfriend Ihara, and a lot of the people who've like come into my community are really sweet and like nice and supportive of like everything I do. And they're always willing to like become more informed on like LGBTQ plus stuff. And it's very like, it's nice. It's sweet. People are amazing. And I don't know. I felt for like a little bit like I was like afraid of opening up and stuff, but then I opened my heart to this community and a lot of the people in it, and it fucking blew the doors like wide open. And here I am. I'm really
It is
bad
a
at, like,
beautiful
fucking-
group.
Yeah. It's crazy. So many good people, so many kind hearts, so many like really funny people who are just like doing their best day by day to be the best version of themselves that they can be. And I think there's something really beautiful about that, something really sweet about that.
I think so too. It was wonderfully said.
Mhm.
Yeah. All of us. All of
I
us
guess I'll
be so
talk a little-
supportive.
I guess I'll talk a little bit about mine too. I know I've talked about it here now a couple times on with people who've been in the interviews before and seen them before, but for people who don't know, my design, the aspects of so I'm a harpy.
Mhm.
God damn it, the bunny outfit. Yeah,
Nice.
I have outfit redeems.
It's good. It's good.
With my actual design, so this is a customizable model because so the last model I had is a mask model, but it it's the only one without. So my first model, I started off as a harpy VTuber. That came from when I was growing up. I had a pretty big interest in aviation. Growing up, my grandfather had some plane models and used to teach me about it, and I got really, really into planes and aviation and flying. In college, I ended up getting my degree I ended up getting a degree in an aviation-related degree, and I actually have my pilot's license. I can't fly for hire, but I do have my license.
Oh,
I ended up
shit.
working on the operations side and logistics side in aviation for 10 plus years, pre-COVID. For people who don't know, COVID hit the aviation industry pretty hard. I ended up getting laid off from my job because of that. And then I'm no longer in the aviation field, but it is a pretty big part of my life. So that's where a lot of the harpy stuff came from. A lot of the plane theme stuff came from. plus also at the time when I first came out with a design, when you think of harpy, you think of female harpy, or at least a lot of people do. I was one of the few that I had seen for masculine harpy. And then I also, at the time, was identifying as non-binary, so I incorporated the non-binary colors into the design. From my 1.0 to my 2.0, there's a lot of a glow up, a lot more that was more what I felt appropriate for my own age. My first model was very chibi-esque, which was a little off-putting with an age difference between an appearance and how I felt.
That's fair.
The new design, if anybody saw it during the trailer, that was the new design with the 2.0. That design I've now had for about 3 years, and then with the new iteration, the one that's currently being worked on. So anybody who knows, Korbiyaki is
My goat.
Yeah,
Corby!
Corby's doing the art and rig. Let's see, Korbiyaki is
Corby,
doing
my
the
goat.
art and rig for my new model, which is I had a lot of help from the artist community with the design, taking what I had before and updating it to be female because like I said, I came out almost a year ago as trans, and part of that was updating my design to match that depiction. So it is currently being worked on. I just got an update from Corby like half a week ago. But yeah, and then as far as the name Zumi, it actually started off as I used to have a screen name that I couldn't really stream with just because it involved the name from a character from a book that if I had started, either earning money through subs or like stream or like what do you call it?
Oh, yeah, donations or the Twitch payouts.
Yeah, if I had started earning money on it, the creative it didn't it belonged to an author is what it was, and I didn't want to go down that route, so I had to come up with something unique. I had to come up with something unique before I started streaming, and I had one of my friends help me come up with a name. For people who don't know, I used to stream under the name Zimuren. It was a name that really meant almost pretty much nothing. At least that was what it was at first. And then I started learning over time that the word Zimu, Z-I-M-U is how I spelt it, actually meant something in a different language. And so I wanted to take any sort of confusion or any potential of meaning something else that I didn't want to, and just decided to make sure it was actually English and something that everybody could just understand in the English language. And plus I also had people in the community who called me Zumi anyways because they just swapped the I and the U. And so that's where Zumi came from. Also, my original design had it was blue, purple, black, had a lot of it in it with some accents of yellow, where if you take the blue out of it, you have the non-binary colors with the white. And a lot of the colors that I had gotten were also present in the fairy wren, which is a beautiful blue, purple, and black bird that's native to Australia. So that's
telling you, VTubers and purple, like peanut butter and jelly.
Right.
Purple is one of my favorite colors.
Yeah, no, not me. I couldn't stand purple. Not at all. I just hate it.
Not at all.
Shout out Tony for being the trendsetter amongst all of us.
I didn't mean to get that large shit.
I know somebody else in my close group of friends who's very purple. Somebody else that I stream a lot with, Lavender Gardens.
think I know them.
They are also in the charity group with us. Which, on that note, because I haven't really mentioned much about it on
Oh yeah.
the stream, if you do !charity, all four of us are part of a group of 14 streamers that are raising money this month for the month of June for Pride towards the Trevor Project. We have actually raised $1,000 already this month. And part of it's not a bad idea to talk about this now because I just saw news yesterday that they're defunding the hotline.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yippee.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Trevor Project hotline is still there. So they could definitely use any sort of support that anybody's willing to give, even though we have met our goal that was 800. Any amount still helps if anybody is willing to help out.
And tell me if I'm wrong, but all of it is going directly to the Trevor Project.
Correct. It is a Tiltify campaign, so as far as I'm aware, all of it does go straight towards the Trevor Project. I also haven't mentioned anything on the Discord yet that we're all in for this. I'm going to leave the Discord active after the month of June. I'm probably going to turn this into an annual charity event.
I'm 100% down.
Cool.
And then part of that would be anybody who's currently there is welcome to stay for the next year and further future events with adding people every year. Obviously raising the goal, adding events and things like that.
I think it's a wonderful idea.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and if you can't donate, sharing the link, great thing to do. Appreciate any support we can get.
Spreading the noise is always appreciated.
My brain shut off after that.
Yeah, no, I was digging in the crevices looking for like, okay, what's the next bit? And I'm like, shit, I couldn't pull myself out of like clerical brain to get back to like the silly actor brain. I'm like, fuck.
My brain has been Night Rain coded for like 3 weeks now.
Okay. Is it good? I take it is.
Wait, hold on. Is it good? I have 160 hours in the game already.
God damn!
That's crazy. That's actually insane, Zumi.
That is whoa!
That's great.
Ah.
Like, well
Shit.
done. Really.
I love From Software games. I haven't had this one yet. I haven't finished Elden Ring either. But trust me, I'm aware how much of a sin that is. But I tried to get Nix into them, and they understandably don't like him. And I'm like, you know what? That's fair. I haven't seen anything about Night Ring though. Night Rain. I'm trying to keep myself like, there's no really. Is there a story to it?
Yeah.
Yes.
There is. Okay. Shit. Fuck. I need to get this.
The story, like Elden Ring, like all the Dark Souls, is present through like the intro cutscene, and as well as like when you beat the game, there's this there as well. But each of the characters that you can play as each have their own remembrance stories, and what it basically does is memories from before they were in the Nighthold, I think is what they call it. And because a lot of them have lost their memories, like how they got there and like what they were doing just before it. So it's like their own individual narrative, their own individual story, and how each of those stories continues and ends throughout the game.
So the loops are actually going on.
Correct.
Oh, I love that.
And different characters have different endings.
Interesting. Okay. I'll be honest, the only thing I do know about it is that There is a witch with really nice boobs. There is a little tiny lady. And there's a eagle man that is like the dad of the group.
We love Guardian. Yeah.
Question mark?
Yeah. Okay. Guardian. And what is it like? No, it's not Remnant's the small one. Right?
Revenant is the
Tiny angry
small
one.
Is the small
And angry.
doll.
Ooh, I love that. And then
Recluse
shit.
is the spellcaster.
Recluse. I couldn't remember what the name was because I just remember like it makes me think of Nyx. What is the word? It makes me think of
So the
Nyx.
cool thing is traditionally in Elden Ring, spells fall into either intelligence, arcane, or faith, depending on what they are. Recluse is an omnicaster.
Oh, interesting.
He
Okay.
can cast any spell that you can find at the highest level. And
Okay.
casting them in different combinations also gives her different effects.
That's got some weird connotations for the lore, and I like that. I've played all the other Dark Souls games, and I know the Elden Ring lore, but I don't know. I've kept myself away from the DLC. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's
Leonie
really,
and-
fuck,
Leonie and I
need to get
beat the
this game.
DLC, what, 2 months ago?
Yeah. My death count came primarily from falling in like small fucking crevices. I think it's crazy.
We beat it by me tanking the twink.
Yes. You see,
Well done.
I would have bring it now if someone would play it with me, but I'm just by myself.
It's a lot of fun. I will say of the different FromSoft games, Elden Ring is arguably the most forgiving once you get past the early game.
Yeah.
That's what I keep telling them. But still, no, I don't want to worry about the death system.
Dark
No, the
Souls-
combat.
Dark Souls
like-
1.
If I
Dark
could
Souls
kick you
1
out of
and
this call
3.
right now, I would. Sorry. Please continue.
Yeah.
Dark Souls 1 and 3 have a fairly linear progression for difficulty. 2 has quite a spike at the beginning of the game. It kind of plateaus, and then towards the end of the game, it spikes again. Elden Ring has a fairly high difficulty curve at the beginning, and then because of how you progress with levels and gear, really plateaus hard for difficulty until you get to like the DLC. And then it spikes again.
Black Gulch and the Ice Castle made me want to fucking break my keyboard in half. In Dark
Yeah.
Souls 2.
Yeah.
Through like Dark Souls 1 for the first time, kind of like the last couple of days. And I realized how fucking much Elden Ring has spoiled me. Because like for the last I
Yeah.
played like Elden Ring 4 times in the last like fucking 3 months. I played once with like by myself for like a little like donathon thing, and then I played the DLC with Zumi, which was a lot of fun. I was humbled by literally every dragon ever. I fucking hate dragons. I hate them. I hate them so fucking much. It's crazy.
the ancient
And-
dragons so
It's so,
That shit's so
I
fucking-
looked it up. Right?
That's the most angry I've ever fucking heard you ever, Zumi, by the way.
I got so mad. Oh,
I had to skip that. I saw that you could kill it, but that it sucks. And I'm like, you know what? I don't need this. I was reaching the end of the DLC. Like, I don't need this. I already hate this game. I don't need it.
Wait,
More
which one?
power.
Which one? There's
To-
so many dragons.
No, the Ancient Dragon in
Yeah.
DS2.
Oh, we're talking about the
Oh.
ancient dragon in Elden Ring.
Yeah, fucking screw Senisax. I'm never gonna forget
Oh,
that fucking name as long
fuck.
as I live.
I was thinking of a whole different one.
And then I played a third time recently with my boyfriend. We played like a randomizer, like a like seamless cooperative like randomizer. It was insane. It was
that's
actually
fun.
like it was crazy. It was so much fun. And
I gotta get back into it.
Which
Dark Souls
also, I
1
think
is hell.
Blue. I think Blue's gonna be hosting technically a. When is this? Is this?
Oh, the bingo?
Monday. Yeah, Monday. Monday we're gonna be doing Elden Ring bingo. And I think we're gonna be using potentially the randomizer to like you just choose like the non-random setting and then you can
Mhm.
do a DLC start. So like some of us are gonna be starting base game, some are gonna be starting DLC. And that is going to be a bunch of fun. But like I could talk about that again, but because we're coming up on ads. So for people who don't know the way that I run the interviews. So since we don't want anybody to miss out on any content because it's a just chatting stream, I do go to a BRB screen for the break. Feel free. It's gonna be 3 minutes of ads. Feel free to get up, stretch, get some water, get some food. We'll be back after after everybody's ready, and we're not gonna be back before the ads. So that's
Cool.
gonna be starting here in about 20 seconds. So I'm gonna go ahead and just preemptively go to the BRB screen.
Yeah.
We will be
Perfect.
back
I have to
shortly.
pee so bad.
Run,
Perfect.
We'll be
run,
back.
piss boy. Wow.
Hi, hi,
And we're
ho, hi.
Eh.
As I cough into the mic.
Jesus. I thought that was Fufu for a second, and I'm like, dude,
No.
come on.
There's
I
nothing here behind the transition. There's nothing here behind the transition. It's just darkness. I don't exist any time beyond that. What's happened? Why am I here?
Hmm.
Sorry, I'm back. What happened?
Beck, you good?
Hi, Beck,
Did you
I'm
get lost
zooming.
in the void?
I got lost in the void again. Oh god.
Oh no.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
It's alright. If you what is it? If you stare into the void, Wally's gonna look at you back. Warframe reference.
It threw me. I just wasn't expecting. Oh my god. No. It just clicked. It clicked the switch on my special interest. Oh my god.
You
By
got
the
rid
way,
of the brain cell.
I have cleared 1999 content. I haven't touched
You-
it since. I haven't
There
played
they
for a
go.
while. I haven't played
What
for a
did
while.
I gotta know though. What did you think of the second dream and the sacrifice?
Wait, the sacrifice. Wait. hold on.
Sacrifice is an Excalibur Umbra.
Oh yeah, no, a lot of the big emotions that I feel for the game are around a new war and fucking
Very understandable.
and the guy I'm going to refer to as Ballsack. He was literally yeah.
Ball ass.
he was literally written in a way where it wasn't unpleasant topics, but it
He's
was
so
very much
stinky.
themed around that.
Yeah. I hate him
Ugh.
so much.
He very
He's such
well
a-
written character, but he is very easy to hate.
Yeah, he's a well-written piece of shit. Also, did you pick anyone in 1999?
God,
Pick any of
it
the
has
Hex?
Yes. God, it has been a while since I played, so forgive me.
No, you're good. You're good.
Mag. What was her name?
Aoi? Okay.
Yeah, Aoi. Yeah.
Okay, I see you.
She was
nice,
cute.
nice.
She was cute. She was adorable. She showed some of her true colors as you got to
Mhm,
know her.
mhm.
It was actually really cool.
She's a freak. I love her for it.
Says the dude that romanced Eleanor.
Oh my god.
Hey, hold
love
on.
her.
Hold on. That tongue, though.
Oh,
That tongue.
they know.
I do.
They know, and God, I love them for it. And the lady who voice acts she does such a good job. She is also the Baldur's Gate DM,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes oh my god, it makes playing the game so nice. I may be a gray ace little man, but it's a good meal.
What frame do you mean?
The
I-
next frame.
Okay, now
I
I don't mean to, you know, toot my own horn, but I'm legendary rank 1. And
Oh yeah.
I mean a plethora. My favorite so far is Dagoth.
Okay.
Although I've been trying out a lot of Avara, Chroma and Nyx lately.
Mm-hmm. I
They
played.
boosted Avara's augment. It's so good now. You can do some crazy
I
shit.
played. Oh, who's the Anubis gun?
Oh, Inaros.
Yeah, I was playing Inaros.
Yeah.
I was playing a lot of Inaros. I played Cyto 9.
Very good. Very good frame.
I had a few of them. I don't know if he's been in chat tonight, but Lord Dilbert.
Oh, Dilby?
Dilby gave me so many fucking primes. I was like, what the fuck?
What?
Yeah. Bilby's got VIP in my chat because he's just thrown primes at me, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Where's some of that charity when I needed it? I worked my ass for these primes. I still didn't get Boban until the end of the resurgence. Oh my god.
I think
Oh my
I think I
God.
played Warframe for like 3 to 4. Actually, it might have been longer than that. It was
Yeah.
around 6 months on my channel. I streamed 99% of my playtime until it came to some of the
Yeah.
grinding stuff.
That's fair.
And I cleared from the start of the game through 1999, and then I started getting into the hex stuff. And then some stuff happened in my personal life, and I stopped playing just to take a break from that because basically some of the personal stuff that happened it didn't involve the game, but the game was very central to some of that, like some of the time I spent during that stuff, and I just haven't had the drive to come back to it.
That's fair. It's been my after work decompression game,
Mhm.
and I think in the last like year and a half I've clocked like I think I was at like 500 hours before, and now I'm at 1800.
Why is Nixie hiding?
Baby.
I don't know why. Nix, why are you down there?
I mean, and
Honey, it's okay. Oh, because you don't play Warframe with me?
I tried, first of all, and I do sometimes. I'm just stuck at a place right now because I'm silly and forgot how the upgrades work on the stuff. It's
I-
complicated.
The math?
It's
Was it the math? It was the
complicated.
math, honey, wasn't it?
I apparently hit 300 hours in Warframe.
Because it's
I respect that.
complicated.
The last achievement I got was in February, so it's been 4 months.
Okay. Yeah, no, I
Mm.
understand that. It's a game that I used to come back and forth to, but when I moved to the house I live in right now, I needed, like, after college, getting a job, moving to a new house, everything was like fucked, and I was just like, you know what? I need to shut off my brain, and this is the thing I've shut off my brain with for the last like year and a half. Cuz it's weird to say it, but I've had to shut off my brain for like a year and a half and just kind of, for lack of a better word, vibe. So again, personal stuff. I get it.
I just remembered when I started. I started just after Christmas, and Blue was the one that helped, like showed up, and I
Mhm.
had her on the stream for my first experience.
Oh yeah. I wanna double check, make sure I'm talking about the right person. Yes, yeah, Blue. Blue and I streamed Warframe together. It was so much fun. Hoping they're having another update. Next Wednesday, and I'm hoping Blue and I can stream it though. If she's busy, like I fully get it. Also, fun fact, I live less than an hour drive from DE Studios. And
really?
so, yeah. Shout out Detroit, Michigan, everybody. Can't have shit here. It's true, you can't have shit in Detroit, but the people are really nice. So Nix and I, at some point, I'm gonna drag him to a TennoCon.
Oh no, I
want
have
to
to
so
spend
badly.
time with you with something that you enjoy. Oh dang! Please don't.
And then I get to walk around the convention and I get to look at all the merchandise and the frames and I can just be like, hey Nix, look! It's Nix! And like, oh, this is what this little pin means. Oh, like, look at this mod. It does this much percentage increase of what it does.
And they just sit there and look at me like, oh, Fufu, honey, this is so cool. I'm like,
I don't mind me. You know, I get kind of excited when my partner talks about things that makes them happy. So you know, it's totally fine and normal.
I'm definitely the yapper. of the two of us. I love when Nyx yaps too, but I feel like I'm more the chronic yapper.
Sometimes. I just don't
Sometimes.
always have words. I'm working on like Windows 94 software right now. Okay, there's dial-up sounds that go on in my brain.
They
I
try
will be
their
talking
best.
and then mid-sentence it just
And thank God we've come to a point in our relationship that we can decipher each other's like cryptic Morse code.
thankfully.
So yeah, and so sometimes I'll pop in and be like, this is what Nyx means by this, and they'll come to me and then they'll be like, oh yeah, this is what Fufu is trying to say, and I'm like, thank God for you. Nyx.
God,
It's
that's
mutual,
great.
trust me. It's mutual.
Yeah, the autism just hits sometimes. It's like, oh,
Reminds
that's
me
not what I meant to say.
Reminds me in a way how the different ways that Leonie says
Yeah, I have like a like tick that I like say and like so my boyfriend really likes it. And he
It's
says
cute.
like when I do it, I kind of like you can kind of like look or like hear like the different intent behind like the separate little like ahas that I do. And I feel like I've gotten to the point where I can communicate solely through them, and it's kind of
That is beautiful.
I
That's
get it.
so cool.
You have the and then you have the and then of course you've got the
yeah.
It's all in the tone.
And then
It's all
like
in the delivery.
it got like to this point where like I got this little emote, and it's become like it's also my Discord tag because
I
it's
saw
become like
this, yeah.
the rallying fucking cry in my community. Anyways, emote.
I love that so much. I got something similar. I don't know why I do this. Actually, I kind of know why I do this. Ever since I was little, people will talk to me and they'll be like, they'll go through this whole like spiel, and I'll either be listening or not listening, and so I've constructed a list of automatic response phrases in my head. I'll just be like, oh yeah. Yeah, I have like an entire list that I sift through that can make it appear that I'm engaged in a conversation, but I'm actually not. And especially if it's someone I don't like, I can just kind of like rifle through it, and they'll still think that I like them. It is wild that I never got diagnosed when I was little. But
There's
Nyx
no
has
time.
figured out. Yeah, Nyx has figured out what each of them is, and I do it unintentionally sometimes, because sometimes I'll just be like fixated on like modding a fucking 3DS or something, and they'll be like, they'll be going on this whole thing about like Kingdom Hearts, and I'll be like, oh, that's really interesting. Okay, like then what do you mean by this? Or like it's just I asked a question about the last 5 seconds. That's one of the things, and they'll be like, you know what, Fufu? I'm like, yeah, what do you mean by that? And they're like, are you listening? My chair slowly turns on. And it hits me in the moment. Oh, I'm not. I turn like, I am so sorry. No, I'm not listening. And they're like, it's okay, I understand. I'm like,
Do you
what
get
were
that thing
saying?
like where you get like really bad at like conceptualizing time and stuff? Like okay,
Oh.
so
Yeah.
one time, so me and iHeart do this thing where we'll sit down
Mhm.
and he's like very not like in tune with like TikTok and shit, and I'm like, you want to watch TikTok with me, babe? It'd be really cute. We could like watch videos and stuff, and like intend to do for like 1 or 2 hours, and
Yeah.
then fucking 9 hours later, I'm like, where did the time go? Why does my brain feel like it's a fucking puddle?
The
And,
number
like-
of times I've been streaming on TikTok and I just see Leonie pop in, hi Hara.
Oh yeah, that's also another like thing that I do. Like if I see like like fucking Zoomy like streaming on TikTok on my like For You page, I'll like pop in and be like, hi Hara, and then I'll see it like every single time you come up on my For You page. That's how the bit started. And then
That's so
fucking
real.
like I remember at like 1 or 2 points iHeart was like, don't do that. And I'm like, it's funny, it's funny.
It's funny. Just go into your friend's stream and be like, hi, bestie. What's going on? I've gone into some of my friends like NSFW streams. They're getting the money, and I'm like, oh my god, bestie, yes! It's great. Sometimes you gotta do it.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh I
Ah.
freaking
I love that voice. Oh my god, bestie, yes!
Yes.
Ah.
dude, inflection
You're,
is so
Fufu,
good.
you're such a mood.
Thank you. This is what I try to tell people, but everyone just thinks I win. It's
Two things can be true. First of all,
a lot of things about you. Well, okay, now that doesn't come out right. Fuck. It's I used to be a band and theater kid. It's
mhm.
this streaming.
OMG.
Yeah, I did
oh
theater
my
for a
god,
long
you were a
time.
band kid too?
Yeah.
That was
Wait, what do you think I played?
Trumpet.
How dare you?
that's crazy.
How dare
Also,
you put me
Ben
in
and
that?
theater kid here too.
Yeah. How dare you put me in that garbage section?
I'm gonna guess then you were percussion.
Not even close.
No?
Not even close.
Sax?
You were closer with the trumpet. I played the tuba.
The tuba. I was a trombone.
The
God!
tuba.
Go! That's crazy.
Yes,
I played the trombone.
Yes.
played fucking-
Trombone is wild.
Okay, here's the funny thing. I'm
Okay,
5'6".
Uh-huh.
I'm
Me
5'6".
too.
Well, hold on. I'm 5'6". I played trombone in like junior high,
Yeah.
which means that I was like 5'2". A trombone end to end when you stand it up is like 5'6".
Yeah. No, 100%. They gave me a tuba, right, in middle school, and we did. Unfortunately, I will admit, I sinned. When I went to high school, I left the band and I started doing theater. It was a whole thing. But before I made that transition, they had they had us go over to the high school and play with the band as like a, hey, you're about to go to high school, here's this thing and you can see what it's like to figure out what you want to do in high school. And it was like marching band and shit, and they gave us the sousaphone. Wonderful.
Okay, the
God
sousaphones
graced.
Fun though.
Yeah, fucking gigantic thing. It's for anyone that doesn't know, the sousaphone is the tuba that you wear, that you use in a marching
It wears
band.
you. It wears
Yes.
you. Let's be honest.
Yeah, you walk around looking like you have fucking Bogout armor on from Elden
Right?
Ring. It's crazy.
And here I am. I'm like probably like fucking 5'4", 90 pounds wet kid in middle school. I'm carrying that shit like a champ. I'm putting work in, and
So
I
wait,
will- I will
did
sit
you
up-
do?
yeah.
Did you do marching band?
I didn't, unfortunately. I did theater instead of marching band. I picked one over the other.
I very specifically remember marching band and that
Yeah.
we did the Chicago musical for our
Really?
music. Yeah.
It's a good musical. I like that.
There's
But,
one of the songs in particular that has a trombone solo in it, which is hilarious because we had two trombones in our section.
Oh my god, you guys fight over it?
No, we did it together because we were drowned out by the rest of the band.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fair.
Which is actually
But,
really funny because we actually changed the choreography during that section because of me
really?
being silly one day.
Don't you love that?
Yeah.
It's like you affect the entire show, and then when everyone loves the bit that you inspired, it's like, oh my god, Picasso.
So like, me and my brother, we're about that. Like,
Yeah.
we're same year. Well, we're like, I call him my brother. He's like my cousin, but we were raised together and stuff. So
Oh,
we
okay,
always
yeah,
call
yeah.
each other like siblings or whatever.
Yeah.
We both played tuba in like middle school, and we were so fucking competitive with each other all the time. It was crazy. We would like both compete over first chair, and then we got so like fucking into it that we got like there was this other kid who was just like naturally gifted, and he just fucking wiped the floor with us and like our like seating arrangement shit. And I was like,
Fuck
uh-huh.
'em.
It's crazy. We're putting in real fucking work here.
Fuck 'em.
And so after that, I got into like
Yeah.
I took like a year of like I got into acoustic like guitar because you know every fucking weird little like middle school kids like I'm gonna be so fucking suave. I'm gonna play acoustic. And ended up getting into like mariachi for like a year, and then high school came around. And I got
Nice.
into like theater. I was really good at it, and then I like I don't know. I love. So I'm a fine arts major.
Me
yeah.
too.
That's crazy.
Let's go. It's so fun. I tell people all the time. You can get a job in it. You can get money. And everyone's like, Fufu, no, you can't. I'm like, they fuck you. Yes, you can.
My
I
fucking
got nowhere
bit
to
is
go
always
with this. It's just, yeah.
my bit is always like when someone's like, "Are you okay?" and like, "How are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm a fucking fine arts major. How do you think I'm doing?"
Yeah.
It's like it's crazy. I fucking love
It's
my
a hell of a
field.
time.
I love theater. I love like everything that has to do with like the fucking like human art, like humanities and art and like fucking emotion and stuff. Because I'm like a very like I love talking. I love talking about like emotions and like fucking
Real.
seeing like how people can convey like their emotions through like form, through like fucking like simple motions and stuff. And it's crazy. It's crazy. I fucking love theater. I love theater so much.
Yeah, this is I didn't do any theater in college, and I really should have, but this was the thing that I started doing in place because like I need some outlet just to riff shit with people.
I have a fun story about band that starts off with me playing baseball.
Do tell.
So when I
Okay.
was younger, I used to play third base, which is hilarious because I was the shortest person on the team.
My favorite base.
Oh,
one
careful.
of my friends, one of the times that there was a play being made in third base slid into my ankles, which ended up tripping me, and I fell face first into the throw that was coming in to make the play, which ended up shattering my tooth. And the reason why it plays into band is because I ended up getting a false cap on that tooth, or a temporary cap on that tooth. And in band, I was like, oh, I'm going to learn how to play this instrument, that instrument, this instrument, that instrument, which I started off with trombone, which meant that I could effectively play tuba or trumpet at the time.
Mhm.
Then I started getting into percussion because they had like a winter percussion thing that went to like competitions and things. And then I was going to learn how to start playing the sax, which I did start learning how to play the sax, but the vibrations from the reed knocked the tooth out of my head.
Oh, god damn!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah, the temporary tooth fell out of my mouth. It was kind of weird.
That's crazy. What do you do?
Mhm.
They just glue it back on?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
There's some fucking
But
Gorilla Glue in there. Call it a day.
No, I went back to the dentist, and the dentist was like, why don't you not play the saxophone or the clarinet or other things like that? And
That's
so,
wild.
yeah, and that's about where that was about the end of junior high anyway. So I ended up going to a different high school, private high school, which, fun thing about me being trans now, I went to an all-guys high school.
Don't you love how that works?
Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
beast.
I actually didn't really know much about the LGBTQ community until not even college. It was like COVID is when I started learning about stuff.
That's fair. I feel like a lot of people going online, it caused a lot of groups to like meet up. It became a lot easier to learn about things like LGBTQ community. How I met Nyx.
Yeah.
Actually, funny enough, Nyx and I met in a VTuber Discord during COVID. Which is everyone. Okay, Nyx looks young.
Yeah.
For context,
Hey,
I think,
just want to look my age, man.
yeah, the youngest we've gotten, because this is like a bit we run, because Nyx likes it too, is like someone's guessed Nyx is 16, and I'm like, oh no, I'm the younger one, but where's I going with this? Wait, where the, huh? Wait, what the fuck? What the fuck just who?
You okay?
Where was I going with that? We were talking about I legit, my train of thought just left.
I look young, but I'm the older one. Where were you going with this?
We were talking about our relationship and the fact we met on a VTuber Discord, and like, fuck. I'm sorry. This usually doesn't happen. I swear, this is a one-time thing. Thank you. Thank you.
Eating the thoughts.
We met on a VTuber Discord, and oh my god.
Yeah?
Oh my
Yeah?
god.
Do you want to take it from here?
This isn't a bit either. I don't even know where to take this. Because, like, okay. Next time I met on a VTuber Discord. Next time I met on a VTuber Discord. We met on a VTuber Discord. People thought I
Do you want to get him out of the rut?
younger. No, this is like a roguelike. We're gonna run this. We run the dungeon. We run the dungeon. Like, how far? Fuck.
You got it. I believe in you.
I might have to tag out with you on this one, Nyx. We met on a VTuber Discord. Take it away. I believe
We
in
met
you.
on a VTuber Discord. It started out as a karaoke event that another
Yes.
VTuber was hosting. And we kind of bonded and hung out. And from there, they developed a SMP. And because all of us were fucking insane, it was called the Gremlin SMP. And
Good time.
on that, it was a very good time. On that, Fufu and I ended up bonding and developing the ending story for that first season that we did.
Mhm.
And then he killed me.
It was a lot of fun.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
Just there's another one of the
Oh.
God.
Like, oh, you guys are that couple.
I've always enjoyed killing off my personas and my characters, and obviously
Yeah, it was their idea, funny
just
enough.
the whole like Phoenix imagery and the whole mythology that I have behind that. So that was a big part of it. But with that, we ended up becoming really close,
Oh yeah.
and we ended up being friends starting out. Because I got a crush on Fufu, and I really liked him, but he wasn't in the space for any kind of like relationship and thing
Had a
like
lot going
that.
on.
And I'm not the type of person that's like, oh, I'm just gonna like manipulate them into being my boo. No, that's gross. Interesting. So it's like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'd be more than happy to be friends. We're great friends. And it happened, I think, only about like a year or two ago. We actually officially started dating. And that's
Yeah,
it.
officially.
Not really felt like anything's changed.
No,
to
we
be
still
honest.
have the same vibe for the most part. Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, well,
That's so
it's the same
sweet.
vibe, if not better. Yeah, it was funny too, because God, Nyx was so patient with me too, because I was like, Nyx, okay. Nyx lived in the South. I lived in Michigan. Nyx lived in the South, and so it was like there's like a good 8-hour drive between us. And so I was like, I don't know how I feel about a long distance. I got a lot going on. I'm in my sophomore year of college. It's COVID, a lot of shit going on. But I'm like, I would love to be friends. I was still trying to date in my area though, because I was like, oh, I want to. This is a part of my life. I didn't date anyone in high school, and I only had, I think, one girlfriend by the time I met Nyx. And so I was like, this is a part of my life. It's college. I've never experienced this. Let's experiment a little bit. Nyx was really patient. Nyx survived what? 3 different relationships I had in college.
My goal was to date you. My goal was to
Yeah.
be your friend.
Yeah, but you like supported me through all of them. And I would talk to you about it, I'm like, oh my god, I met this girl, we just started talking, and you just were like, yeah. We get drunk together and I'd tell all about it, and I'm like, damn, you're really patient with me.
As you are with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went through my share of relationships and relationship troubles before you and I got together. That was a
Yeah, your past boyfriend sucked dick and ass. But
in some really not so great ways, honestly.
Yeah.
The last 2 before Fufu were very very toxic. They both needed therapy in their own way. And we're dealing with like addictions and the most recent one was into conspiracy theories, if that gives you any kind of like notice about like the kind of I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with certain conspiracy theories, but when you start telling me that like the earth is flat and the moon is made out of light bulbs, I think I'm probably gonna, just back away real slow.
Oh.
I'm telling you the funny
Yeah.
thing about it too. I knew this man because Nyx and I were friends for like all these relationships. So I fucking knew this man. I met this man. I mogged the fuck out of him. And I'm like, I'm still here.
Light bulb moon.
Yeah, he believed what was it, Nyx? That the government turns the moon on, the different phases of the moon is the government turning the light bulbs on and off.
Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah.
it. So in order to get like the crescent moon, they just turn off the next set of light bulbs in the
Yeah. He was
Oh
also like a
my
huge
God.
vaccine denier.
God,
Oh my god, Nyx.
Yeah,
I
it's bad.
I remember
Hmm.
you got the COVID vaccine, like the first round, and then didn't he give you like a detox?
He tried. He was like, "Yeah, no worries.
Oh.
We've got. I know how to detox that out of your system." And
I
I'm
was like, oh my god.
What?
Like I thought this was at first when we first started dating. It came off more of like, yeah, I just think some of these things are kind of neat, and some of these things are like alternate history or ancient civilizations or like aliens. I fucking love aliens. I love the idea of like little green men up there in space. I mean, fucking look at me. But as time went on and I got to see more and more of the delusions, it became very, very clear that I needed to find some way to get out of that relationship. And to get out fast. And thankfully, it wasn't too long after I broke up with him that I moved away. Several states away.
And now you're with me.
And now I'm technically living with your mom.
It is her choice, her idea. I'd love my mom. She's great.
She is a wonderful person.
She's
I
sick
don't
as
think
fuck.
I've met another person in this world that was born to be a parent. Like quite literally.
Everyone always gives me, whenever I'm at work and I mention like, oh yeah, my partner lives with my mom. They always give me a little side, and I'm like, no, trust me, it actually is fucking amazing. It could not be better.
We're a little similar, if that says anything. Myself and their mom.
Nyx has noticed it, and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to talk about it.
Like, do you want to unpack that now or like in therapy down the road?
I think it's fine.
You two
That's a
like
conversation.
you two made me want to like hop up on like a soapbox.
I'm not just huh?
I said you two like made me want to like hop up on a soapbox and talk about fucking iHeart a lot. It's crazy.
Yes, do it.
So
yes,
me and
yes,
fucking me and iHeart, we had like such a fucking like very unconventional meeting because
Right.
I met him through my VTuber mama and one of my best
Yeah.
friends, Crony. He was doing my friend Crony was doing like a commission and he was like, I don't know how to draw feet. And I was like, So
Oh my god.
my boyfriend is a VTuber artist, but like he like his like primary focus is like feet.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
We
And,
listen and we don't judge.
We listen
Yeah.
and we do not judge. I understand. Nick says experience. I'll fucking see myself out. Don't worry. It's fine. They're gonna kill me later.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Please
It's
continue.
okay.
Please continue your story. I'm so sorry.
No, you're so fine. Yeah. So admittedly I got curious and I was like, what does like foot art entail? Because I wasn't super familiar. I'm a recluse. I don't do much. Anyways, I looked him up
Real.
on Blue Sky. And then one day we had like this like random interaction and I was like, I think I overthought it and I was like, he definitely fucking hates me. And
Oh.
anyways, I like reached out again and then little by little we like started talking and then he was like, I had made like Donathon and he popped up in my chat and I was like, whoa, that's like Funny Foot Man.
Oh my god.
And, and then he showed up. He just didn't stop showing up. And then eventually we hopped into like a call together because we wanted to like do something together. And then we got really close. We got like extremely close. Like in my life, I've had like plenty of really good friends. I've had like a ton of people I resonate with. As a, like Zoomy, the funny bird brain person, TM,
Shout out.
etc.
How did-
etc.
How did we actually meet?
Aviation. We met through like our fucking mutual love of aviation, also Blue.
Oh,
And
yeah, it was Blue.
yeah. And then I never connected with somebody like this, like ever in my life. I never like met somebody that like I fucking like bounce off with like so well, like energy wise. It's crazy. Like we became friends and then we became best friends. And then like one day, we were just like talking and he was like, do you ever feel like it was more like, I don't remember exactly how it was like, I don't remember how exactly it was worded. But he was like, sometimes I think we're like soulmates, and then he like immediately followed. I fucking melted on the spot. I'm not gonna lie. Like my fucking little heart was like, ow. And
It's so cute.
and then he immediately followed it up with like, like as friends, and I was like, oh, fucking got so like sad.
God.
No.
And then,
That was me with Nyx when I was really drunk.
So I was like, no, like the whole like conversation with like Izumi and stuff happened, and then I was like, I'm gonna try my best. And then there's like 3 or 4 times where I was like, I don't know if I can do this, Izumi. I'm really afraid because I've never been in love before. I've never like loved somebody before, and fucking, I think I vaguely remember like crying my eyes out to Izumi. I was like, I've never been in love before. I don't know what to do. I'm so fucking scared.
You so that day you had a collab with Ihara, and I watched most of it. I think I lurked for most of it, but I did watch most of it. And I messaged her afterwards. I was like, "So you like him, huh?" And
you could tell.
I don't know if you called me immediately or if we called the next morning, and you were breaking down. Yeah, I had to talk to her and make sure she was okay, and she had to process a whole lot of stuff. But yeah,
Yeah, it's crazy because like just like I feel like incredibly fortunate to be like here with like-minded people that are really chill and stuff. I'm incredibly fortunate to have fallen in love with my best friend and have my best friend fall in love with me. And
It's so nice.
It's crazy. It's such a crazy feeling to have your first love be like the person that like is dearest to you, and have someone
First
that, like,
off,
you
dude,
treasure.
that I respect that.
So cute.
And it's so funny because I don't get like this on stream ever. I'm like fucking like
Yeah.
nonstop. Like I don't shut up. I say dumb shit all the time, and my brain functions
Yes.
on the like, fucking like ping pong table internally. But like when it
Mm.
comes to him, like I fucking
Well, the wonderful thing
Get
about
all-
interviews is you get to know the creators rather than just have them entertain you. This is a different kind of
Yeah.
entertainment.
yeah. Also, I love you too, like Haru. You're the sweetest.
Going off the ping ponging off the feet bit, I actually have some stories.
Which one are you gonna have? Which one?
I not
You let me
okay.
tell. You let me tell mine.
It's not
You do
yours.
yours.
It's not yours.
Okay.
I'll tell you
Okay.
that.
Okay.
I
Shit.
I don't know why, right? But I'm not okay. I need to preface. I am not into feet. Okay. Give
Uh-huh.
context to the situation. A lot of my friends refer to me as feet. Instead of fufu, they call me feet. The reasoning behind that is that for some reason, like consistently in my life, feet pop up.
Mhm.
When I was in college, my roommate, God, that guy was weird. He was really into my feet.
Oh God!
Oh
No,
shit.
it's fine.
How do-
No,
do, 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 do,
Oh my God.
Oh
God.
I like this. Oh God, it's happening again.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
All like fucking coalescing their fucking.
God. Not that one. Not that one either. Shit. That one. Oh God. But no, my roommate was really into feet. Like I was so fucking weird. And he told me all the time that I had really nice feet. And apparently I have really good arches. But I went on a date one time. Okay. This is during COVID. I was talking to this girl for about a week or so. Perfectly normal, perfectly fine. Really great conversation. And I go and meet her at a park, right? So normal shit. We're doing it in the park because social distance. A lot of people are on online dating right now, and so we want to keep it safe for both of us. I get there, we start talking. It's great. Vibe is wonderful. She brings up, I did not know about this at the time, that she is a reality shifter. And I was like, I don't know what that is, but I'm curious. I don't judge. I'm open to anything. And I'm like, oh, please tell me what this is. I don't know what this is. She told me that she had trained herself to, yeah, Angel, you know this story. She had trained herself over the course of like a year to meditate and shift into other realities, kind of like lucid dreaming, but into like, for her, like another physical space. It was very complicated. And she was apparently very big on Reality Shifter TikTok, but was bullied off the platform. I don't know why. Still to this day. But the crux and climax of this entire story was that this is the first time I've met her, by the way. She tells me, oh yeah, I shift all the time into Hogwarts. I'm like, okay. Do tell. She's like, yeah, no, I shift into Hogwarts all the time and I fuck everybody. Excuse me?
That's crazy. I could have.
What year? And she tells me specific. I am dumbfounded. Truly, I
Your
expect a
your
lot of
fla-
things. I did
your-
not expect that.
your flabbers
And-
are gasted.
My flabbers are indeed gasted. My lips are quaking, not in a good way.
But is that really something you have to like train for? I feel like I could like reality shift if I like fucking hit my head against a wall hard enough.
Right? I'm like, I didn't know you needed like a year process for this. The pinnacle of this entire thing, though, was that she tells me in detail of a very specific time that she is fucking Draco Malfoy, right?
Oh my god.
That she is fucking him in the clock tower, and that specifically she is fixated on the fact that he had very weird and very gross feet.
That's such an odd, like.
And I'm like, first time meeting this woman. She tells about every little crevice, every little nook, every little mole, and I'm like, I got to the point that I was both scared but too interested to leave. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna let her go and rip it. And she did. She kept going on for like another 30 minutes about this, and I'm like, oh my god.
I bet
fucking
she was really
awesome.
curious. I like thought that you were genuinely like, oh yeah, this is kind of neat.
I think she did, and I texted her afterwards. I'm like, you know, I thought this was golden. I texted her afterwards, after this whole thing, like 30 minutes later. I've gotten time to think, to process, and I'm like, I think we just have different interests. Blocks me immediately.
We should shift realities away from each other, actually.
Yeah, I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, we did it. And I will
This is
never
just like
forget
a
her.
workout. You're a
I-
Hogwarts shifter. I'm a Neon Genesis shifter. It's not the same.
The difference is, I'm not fucking the students. I'm fucking the teachers. I'm fucking Misato. It is what it is, you know?
See, nowadays you can say
I-
you're a Hogwarts shifter. I'm transgender. Those things don't go together anymore.
Those things do not go together.
I'm gonna actually
Those things
avoid
in
about
fact
talking
do
about
not.
with the context, but fuck
Yeah.
J.K. Rowling.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was crazy. I'm never gonna forget that.
Yeah, I doubt that she will either.
Mm-hmm. I haven't even been dating that long, and I got some weird shit that happened to me. Like, again, I didn't date anyone in high school. I didn't realize I was ace till 18. I'm surprised I did. Like, I'm amazed it did not hit me, like, in the 18 years beforehand. Actually, no, it didn't hit me until I was, like, 20.
I feel
It's
like
weird how it works.
well, yes. Even when meeting your IRL friends, they were even kind of like wondering what was going on.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, none of their business, but
A lot of people still think I'm gay. I'm like, okay.
you are. You're gay for me.
I'm like, I'm gay for God, I'm gay for you.
Don't do that voice. We're in public.
What?
Stop.
What? That's crazy.
You should do it again.
Horny on Maine.
You should do it
The
again.
audacity.
You started it. The fuck do you
Well,
mean?
Call them the best husband.
Oh, them. Oh, Misa. Oh, fuck. I forgot.
Yes.
God, I love them so much.
You so much. Fucking stop.
They, wait.
Quit.
We,
Quit.
what's, wait, I gotta look up.
Quit.
My.
What are you looking up? What are you doing? What are you looking up? Whatever you're looking up, stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Ah, fuck, I can't get it. It was a quote from Eleanor. It's like, we may be apart, but still, I feel them on my bloodstreams current. Something like that. I don't know.
That's fucking smooth. The writers of that game have no business being that fucking smooth.
I'm not this smooth in real life though. Honestly, I bumble my way through shit like this. I just am I've gotten so comfortable with Nyx because we were friends beforehand and are still friends that I can just riff shit with them. It's so nice.
Hey, bumbling your
do
way through
off-
shit just makes you cute. It's fine.
Right? I feel
Yeah.
like that's my appeal at this point. It's just like a little idiot.
Yes, but also, you do sometimes have moments in which you say some of the sweetest
Appreciate it.
fucking things.
I love you.
I love you too, and it gets me, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, that's a fucking theater kid right there.
And you make me feel comfortable enough to express that side of myself.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
You are the light that shines
I'm
into the
gonna
darkest corners of
go.
my mind and illuminates more than I could ever know.
Ah. Yes, you
Funny
know
thing,
what's funny?
they're the dominant one.
I can-
Crazy how it works, isn't it?
You know what's funny? I can make it so they can't hide.
Ah! Point at the nerd! Point at him! Ah, look at the little bitch!
Oh god. Ugh.
I know we still got a lot of time. This is great riffing with everybody. This is fucking great.
Yeah.
Truly. Just a side reminder, since we are about to get close to another ad break, we are still accepting donations for the Trevor Project, for the little fundraiser event that we're doing for Pride Month. You did exclamation point charity for yours?
Yeah, exclamation point charity. It's also pinned in the chat too.
Hella. I just wanted to be a reminder because I'm like, oh hey, what about this thing? Totally not trying to deflect off my own embarrassment right now.
Totally not.
Totally not.
Mhm.
Totally
Yeah, no, they
not.
fuck me, not the other way around. Trust me.
This is very true. I just
on
end
that
up
note-
getting like the cuteness aggression. You know.
As you can see
God, I
on the
love you
note of the
so
charity,
much.
there's gonna be a number of events still to go for the rest of the month. I know Blue is planning. It's gonna be Elden Ring Bingo on Monday. Which basically is there's going to be like I don't know exactly what they are, but I think they're tasks that you can actually like fill out a bingo card, and you have to try to actually get bingo for your team.
Oh, that's cool.
And I don't 100% know how it works, but she does. But yeah, there's going to be a whole bunch of other collabs and things like that. I also got work off on the last day of June. So I'm probably going to be doing either a hangout or whatnot, where basically anybody from the charity can come and go. I don't know how long I'm going to run it, but I was debating starting early so that people who might be overseas could join in who I don't normally get a chance to.
Oh, if I have the time, I'd love to stop by.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be on 30th. Yeah,
That is it's a Monday. Okay. Yeah,
It's a
no, I'll be
Monday.
out of work at 2:30, so I'll be able to pop in
Mhm.
after that.
yeah. and
Those
I will literally probably be streaming in the anybody can join VC, and it's literally just hanging out, chatting. If people want to play games, then we can play games. Like I'm literally going to walk in with pretty much no plan, and it's probably going to be full chaos because there's probably going to be upwards of, if there are people around, probably upwards of 8 people into the VC at once. We'll see how that goes.
Beautiful.
That is just fine.
The Horde.
The Horde.
On that note, we got 9 seconds until the ads, so I'm gonna pop over to the BRB screen, and we'll be back after the ads.
Don't let us go! Not again! Not again! Don't leave us behind!
And we're back. Nixie is gonna take an extra second.
I have lost a
Yeah.
part of myself. I do not know if I will get it back. I pray for their safe return.
Hey, we get another $10 from Maihara.
Yay!
That's my goat. That's my goat. That's my
That's the
love.
goat? It's the goat!
Thank you so much. Every little bit makes a massive difference, especially with
Yeah.
everything going on right now.
Yeah, you could say that again. And remember, everyone, if you cannot donate, fully understandable. Sharing the link does mountains, as
Mhm.
is.
I'm a goat. I'm Maihara. Fufu, I think you missed it earlier when I said welcome back, I'm Zumi.
What?
Because you said I'm back, I said welcome back, I'm Zumi.
God. You do it so fucking much. It's crazy.
Oh,
Like,
God.
I'm consistent at least.
Yeah.
I may have turned in my dad card, but I still make dad jokes.
It's a beautiful
Oh.
thing.
Listen, I traded in the dad card for a pair of tits. It's fine.
That's so real. My office has not really fully grasped the idea of my gender, and they know I have pronoun in bio because I put it on fucking everything in that office. So I think it's funny because everyone in the office is like over the age of 40. Very, very accepting area. Very uneducated in terms of like LGBTQ shit. So I always refer to Nyx as my partner because they're non-binary.
Mhm.
And I at work I come off in a dress more mask than like I often would. And so no one's ever used they for me, which that's fine. It is what it is. But the funny shit happens when they slip up.
Mhm.
It's little things, and it's when they're like, "Oh, Fufu, what are you and your partner doing like this weekend?" I'm like, "Oh, we're gonna be working on the basement, or like we're doing this thing with like my mom. Like it's gonna be a lot of fun." You're like, "Oh my god, I love that you and your boyfriend, I mean your partner, can go and do these things." I'm like, "Oh my god, these bitches think I'm gay, like full blown gay." I'm like, "Oh my god."
Hold on,
That's
I have
really
another.
funny.
I
Yeah.
have another pin for you. I think.
And it's funny because everyone in my life has thought I was gay since I was like, hella gay.
You can.
Hey.
I think you can control these. By the way,
Oh, I can?
I think you can.
Oh my god, I can. Hey, put it on my fucking grave. I want this to hear in the back. God gave me a prostate for a reason. Like hell, I won't use it.
I mean, like, I think like you could like resize them too, because like the bird on your head and
My
stuff.
prostate?
Given enough time and effort, yes, probably. You probably could resize it.
Oh
Damn,
my
can I
God.
meditate and change it? Jesus.
I'm at the pin.
God. You're putting like fucking like Crayola like Play-Doh molds in there and we're changing shape. It's crazy. Science has come such a long
Whoa.
way.
Dude, I'm gonna blast Nyx with like radioactive like fucking uranium and give them psychic powers so they can like just wham wham across the. I'm getting crass. I'm sorry, but across the room. Oh God,
I mean, hey, it's an 18 plus stream. It's fine.
telepathic cum. What can I say?
Also, hi, Raven. Welcome on in.
Oh my God, this is a crazy time to come into this.
Rabbit is the Rabbit's the artist that also helped with some of the design of my old design, and they also did the first art that I did when I came out as trans.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
Aw.
Yeah.
Ah!
The funny thing is, my model just gave me nipples. I didn't even ask for these. I didn't even ask for these these man tits. You just gave them to me.
I think Nick's kind of came back.
Yeah. Oh, can I tell you guys about a conversation Nick's and I were having a while back? Nick's and I loop back around quite a bit to like the differences in our age. And I always like to bring up like all the millennial shit that Nick's has full experience of, but I was like 6.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure that, like by class, because I've been told that there's a secret third option.
A secret third thing?
Yeah, called the Zillennial. And the Zillennials were supposed to be between 92 and 2000.
They just keep adding more letters.
And and I'm like, I don't know if I want to. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, because I didn't get to experience the part of Y2K that I really wanted to, because I was like 5. But I still have fond memories of some of the stuff that I saw. One of these days, I'm gonna get me one of those fucking
I gave you another one.
The Mac desktop monitors, the Mac computers that they have that was like clear and had a bunch of like tasty colors to it. I don't know how to describe it. This is awful.
But
someone
of the
tell me
things,
you know what I'm talking about.
In I've seen what you describe in a dream. I know exactly what you're talking about. But no, one of the things that like is a millennial thing, and God, I wish I could experience it, and I try so hard to make it. Four Loko.
Oh my god.
Four Loko used to be worse.
It used to be fucking the nectar of gods.
Nix, do you remember purple ketchup?
I do remember purple ketchup. I remember
purple
green ketchup too.
Do you remember Surge?
Yes.
The original Surge?
Yes.
Not the new stuff, because I think you can still get it.
I remember Surge. I remember the original Crystal Pepsi. I remember Dunkaroos.
I love Dunkaroos.
Leone.
Dunkaroos are great.
Leone, it might be time for him to go to bed. We might have to wheel him back. It's getting to be that point of the night. They're spiraling again.
So fuck you.
I think the sundown might be kicking in.
Bitch.
I'm so sorry.
I will take your bird away.
I will deserve it, truly.
Rude.
God is my witness.
Actually, the fun thing is I think I have to kick you. I think I currently have to kick you out of the collab to do that.
See, the thing is, we got that young spry fucking energy, like 20s energy. Like, what are you gonna do? Fucking lunge at us with your like old ground up knees? We just gotta fucking move like 2 steps away. We're built different. It's crazy.
Don't talk about my knees.
I actually have a really bad knee, but it's not because I'm old. It's because I ran cross country in high school.
Let's
also,
go.
It's really funny that I say that, but I have a fucking bar in one of my legs because I. Yeah, so a little like fun story. Well, not fun because I fucking have like 1.5 legs now. Yeah, when I used to work for like I was working on like, it was like a Bonanza. It's like a fucking little like passenger aircraft.
Yeah.
And some dumbass so I was like working with like dropped the plane while I was still under and that shit like fell
Oh my
out,
God.
like, on my legs.
Oh my God.
So-
A Bonanza is not a small plane either.
Yeah, like so. Luckily, it was
Wait.
like
I mean,
they call it actually a Bonanza?
Yeah.
yeah,
It's like some monkey ball shit.
yeah, and fucking
It's Let me see if I can't find a picture of it.
So it's so
Sorry, that
fucked.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah, so my fucking like bit for the
Finn.
longest time has been like I'm one of the few people that can say they've been fucking hit by a plane and lived.
Let's see.
That's beast.
Ian. Oh, hi,
Let
Finn. Welcome
me-
in.
Let me put this. I think there's a way I can just kind of drag it into the scene, right?
Do you guys
Perniaps.
speaking of that, the whole hit by a plane bit, you guys got any claims to fame? Zoomy, Nix?
In what way?
Anything.
That's a bonanza.
Jesus Christ.
Mhm.
I mean, it's a little bit bigger than a car, but
Yeah.
I mean that's like as heavy as a car, if not heavier.
Yeah, that shit sucked. That shit was like fucking awful.
Leone,
Claim-
the plane
claim to-
struck.
Claim to fame in what way? I guess is the question.
Like if you were in like a business meeting and you're like, oh my god, tell us something about yourself. Leone could be like, oh yeah, I've been hit by a plane. Here's my fun fact.
My negative qualities? Some would say that I care too much.
Something I'm too dedicated. I work too hard.
They say that I love too much a little bit. It's crazy.
Trying to think. I think I've visited. I want to say it's either 38 or 40 of the states at this point.
Damn. Okay.
Nice.
And it's not just like flying over. Like, no, I went on a road trip when I was younger. We drove most of the way around the country.
That's fun.
We went from. So I grew up in the Boston area. We drove from the Boston area down the East Coast. We made it to, I want to say Tennessee, and we shot west from there. We went out to like Arizona, like northern part of Arizona. We went to Arches National Park. Barely hit Yellowstone, headed north. All the way up to the border of Canada, to Glacier National Park, and then we came back east through the Dakotas, through the Great Lakes. And we made it to within 100 miles of home, and the van broke down.
Oh no.
Oh.
We had to be rescued by the brother of one of the guys who was on the trip. He grabbed the backup van and met us out where we were. And funny enough, the truck that towed the van, because it had it's one of those big 15 passenger vans, and then it had a big ass trailer behind it with all of our shit in it.
Oh, like the church vans?
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
that's what we were cross countrying in. They brought out like an F650 to meet
Jesus.
they threw that big 15 passenger van on the back of it, and then threw on the bed of the truck, and then put the trailer just straight hooked up to the back of it, and just like drove everything back in. And it's like, what the fuck? This thing's not
America- America does not exist.
right.
America is so weird.
I've also been
And that was probably just Dave down the street.
I mean, no, it was a tow company.
Oh, it was like actual tow company. Okay.
I've also been to the eastern part of Canada. Mostly just the coast. I've been to like Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, Newfoundland. I've also been to Italy. I took a trip to Italy. That was a lot of fun. That was in high school. Fun thing about going to an all guys religious high school is they can go, hey, we're going on a pilgrimage to Italy. Who wants to go? And we're just like, why not?
Pilgrimage?
Yeah, that's.
I guess it would be a pilgrimage, yeah.
Yeah, it was an all guys Catholic high school. Go figure.
Yeah.
Came out non-religious. Came out not straight.
Yeah, I got some friends that went to a Catholic private school. They're Jewish now. Jewish and gay.
Mhm.
It's great.
Wonderful combination.
you notice your bottle on your staff, by the way?
I saw that and I'm like, I can just balance it and keep it here. I love how I'm decked out. I'm representing. I'm like the weird kid at the football game, decked out in all the school memorabilia.
I have a whole bunch of other stuff that I just have not used. You know something I used to use? What spawned the idea for that bird on your head?
Yeah.
Is this.
Whoa. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. I found this in like the Steam Workshop like years ago, and then chat liked it so much they wanted a customized bird, so that's what you have on your head.
Hell yeah. It's like a whole like VTube Studio add-on from the workshop.
Yeah, I mean the bird is, yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know you could do like
the one on your
Gmod.
head. The one on your head I got custom, like it's custom art from an artist.
That makes sense, yeah. That's cool. I didn't know you could do shit like that. I mean like the whole Steam Workshop stuff. It makes sense. I just never knew that like that was actually a thing.
It's a little limited, but there is workshop support.
That's cool. Fuck yeah. What about you, Nick? What would be your claim to fame? What makes you special?
That's a loaded question. I have at least two different diagnosable, like, have been diagnosed mental illnesses, but I wouldn't say that's what makes me.
Diagnosable illness. I apparently just hit 2,012 hours on VTube Studio. Does that count?
Being a VTuber is a mental illness, so yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta go. You have to get some crazy lore to end up here.
I don't know where to start. Like the commenter here in stream, I also survived the mid 2000s emo kid era. I started an anime club in my high school in also a small southern town of population of about 5,000. That is still going on today.
Shout out.
Very happy about that one. I was told that would never happen. I survived the peak of Tumblr. I survived Tumblr. I feel like that should be a little award button of its own, maybe.
Oh yeah, you always bring up Tumblr stuff, and I'm like, I have no idea what it is, but I love it when you tell me. Cause I'm like, oh my god, this is like hearing archaic old. Like hearing you talk about Tumblr lore is like watching a Skyrim lore video.
Jesus. I don't know about that one.
Ysgramor and at Mora and the high ups. I'm like, oh my god, what happened on that board? The home got stuck. How?
Jesus,
no.
No.
Not the home stuck. No.
Did you stuck at home?
No, I didn't.
No?
I avoided
Okay.
that. Yeah.
That's for the best. I did not. I did not survive the home stuck. I'm still stuck in the home. Sadly, and both enthusiastically at the same time. Because there's so much about the actual story and the lore that I enjoy. I just wish it wasn't so fucking insufferable to go through. I don't even want to talk about the there are other peoples who are part of it. As with all fandoms, not all those who are fans in the fandoms know how to conduct themselves with properly.
The only thing, like, I don't know much about Homestuck, but every time I hear about Homestuck, the only thing that I know enough about in my brain that I connect it with is just the girl who like dyed her skin in a bathtub.
Yep.
that pops in my head every time. I'm like, that is legendary.
Because took a Sharpie marker bath.
like 100 Sharpies in a
Yeah.
bathtub of alcohol.
Crazy.
Yep. Yep.
I'm like, that's beast. That's some dedication.
That's not.
I will
not-
never reach that level.
I promise you, that is one of, if not the inciting event for a lot of cosplay companies to start making like better body paint for cosplays.
What a forward thinker. She was just here to help
No.
all of us. She was a messianic figure sent down from the
No.
cosplay gods to make it easier for us in the future nowadays. Homestuck died so the rest of us could
No.
live peacefully.
No.
Homestuck's still around. It hasn't died. I see references for Homestuck all the damn time. And I want to point it out. I'm like, oh god, does no one know what that is? And then I look crazy when I mention that it's from Homestuck. They're like, you're fucking weird and old. And I'm like, both of those things are true. That doesn't matter.
When somebody calls me weird, I literally I used to get bullied in like school and stuff like that, and people are like, "You're
Mhm.
weird." I started just going, "Thank you,"
Wow.
and then they stopped because they realized I didn't care.
That I respect that.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a really short thought.
No,
No,
you're
it's
good. I'm like, oh my god, yeah.
Again, I'm also a really short thought, but anyways.
That's crazy. That's
Oh my God,
crazy.
yeah. That best transition of the night, by all means.
It's perfect. It's great.
I don't know. There's some pretty good two transitions on the left side of the screen here.
Mhm. Okay.
The
Okay.
slow nod from Leone.
I don't know how this reminded me of this, but this
Okay.
reminded me of a fucking story.
I can respect
Um,
it. You're funny. You're funny, Zumi. My seal of approval.
I work at like a research facility that's like part of a hospital system, right? And we get emails from the hospital that's like all the news that's going on. Even though it has like nothing to do with us. And we got an email the other day about this kid who was born. It was a surgery medical success story, right? And it was this kid that was born without eyelids, right?
I'm fine. It's fine.
Yeah. This little boy born without eyelids. And it was a story about how doctors were able to like construct him eyelids, right? And so I'm reading this article at work, and it's like, oh, where do you think they got the donor skin? The doctor's going around like, what skin do we have to take off anyway? Or what skin are we planning on taking off anyway?
No.
You're butchering this so bad.
This is a great story, Nick. So I don't know what you're talking about. They
No.
take this kid's foreskin
No.
and
No.
make him new eyelids out of the foreskin. And the crazy thing, it worked. The only issue they had is that he was a little cockeyed.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's a joke. That's a whole setup for the joke. And Rabbit fucking killed it. You took my bit. Rabbit took the bit before I could actually get to it. You heard the joke before?
I bet you have, and you know what? No one else has.
I'm sorry. That's a bit much on me. I'm getting
Are
a
you?
little too.
Are
I'm
you
getting, a
actually-
little, I'm getting too bitchy, and I'm sorry. All right, I'm gonna cross that one off the bid list.
Oh god.
Like silently move it from the like fucking bangers like playlist to the like sad like little droopy flower emoji like folder. like, this one's not gonna land.
Like, oh shit. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Fuck. Where is it? Give me a minute. I'm just scrolling through all my shit.
Rabbit in chat says, I've got a dirty joke for you. What's the cheapest type of meat? Beer balls. They're just under $1. Oh.
God, dude. Oh my. I've heard
I'm gonna
that one.
fucking decease.
No, I've heard. God, I've heard that one. And the thing that gets me about the fact, I heard it from a guy I went to high school with called. His name was Haywood.
Oh my god.
I never.
That's
Like, why would you name your kid Haywood?
Wait, that was their first name?
Yeah.
So you could just be like, hey, what's up, hey?
No, Haywood.
No, I meant like if you wanted to give him a nickname, you could just be like, what's up, hey?
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey.
Hey.
Hey, Wood.
Hey, with this dick shit in your mouth. Oh. All right, crossing that one off the list too.
Oh my god.
The fucking like the stand-up comedy like fucking like writers like experience like this one didn't work. God,
Okay, it's like,
like
oh,
fucking
what's the next
wipe,
one?
gently wipe the fucking tear off your face and be like, all right, I guess on to the next one.
I
On to the
unironically
next.
have a notes page, a notes tab up.
Oh my
Did
god.
Did it include these bits, or
What?
did it include these bits, or are you just being? Is that part of the bit? Like, did you
It's a
actually
bit.
make a like?
It's a bit, but I'm also being serious. Like, let me screenshot this.
Or, like, in the
Like,
fucking
I
proving
legitimately have a thing up with my notes.
I'm no. No.
That's crazy.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Why do you
Yeah,
have
no.
Virginia cringe? The fuck?
Because it sucks. Virginia's where Nyx is from, and it sucks so much.
Really?
I mean, like, it's pretty. That's it, though. There's no substance beyond that. Well, okay. I've only been to the west side of Virginia with the mountains. But it's like, it's just mountains and racism, and a little bit of, actually a lot of homophobia, and a lot of racism.
A lot of racism. If you want to
Yeah,
be
and so
honest.
I'm like, it's doo-doo ass.
To clarify, I had to adjust my mic. I didn't want it to squeak. That's why I muted real quick. I
Yeah.
lived in the Appalachian Mountains near West Virginia. Like, I lived right in the shit. In the shit of the shit. In a nice little valley between two different kind of mountain crests. And visually, the weather, the mountains, especially during like spring and summer, gorgeous. Just beautiful. Like, I loved it to pieces. The people could use a little bit of work. They could, you know, they could use a lot of work. That's, you know, they still do Civil War reenactments, and you know, it's the South, so it's not the Union side.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But there were some good people, and me being queer, I ended up being queer and not questioning it. Going from what was essentially a big city to that small town, I kind of just ended up like a Pokemon trainer. I ended up collecting all the other LGBTQ people in my class and in my grades. And so we had a nice little group all throughout high school.
Mhm.
And I think that probably helped, because if I had to go through trying to find my identity on top of all the other mental illnesses and being alone, I probably would have not ended up very well.
It's really relatable because like
Were you in?
like
What?
I was gonna say, were you in the part of Appalachia where you didn't hear noises? So
Depends
like,
on how you mean about that.
so
the
when you
woods.
hear noises, no, you don't hear noises.
Yep, that is exactly it. Do not whistle in the woods. Do not sing in the woods. If you heard someone calling your name, you did not. That wasn't there.
Mhm.
Not in the woods, not at night.
Some of that stuff is absolutely crazy.
Yeah. Not that I blame them. The Appalachian Mountains are like the oldest mountains that I know of. They're older than Bones.
Mhm.
So I in my own kind of like kooky way, it would not surprise me if there is something strange and weird, and if there's like a bunch of things that we haven't found out or discovered about those mountains yet. I believe it.
Mhm.
Granted, when I first moved there, I didn't know about all of those things. And so, like, when I was 14, and in my delusions of delusions, I decided I was going to go outside. And at the place that I was living in was a trailer. And the trailer park was surrounded by a bunch of woods. So, silly little 14-year-old Nixie decided that they were going to go outside and the middle of the night in the summer and start like calling names out into the woods, just like talking out into the woods like I was talking to someone.
I love you.
And I listened.
I don't think I heard this story. I don't think you told me this one.
No, because it's one of those stories in my life in which I think, wow, I'm really lucky that like certain things don't exist. But there I was. It was the middle of the night. And I'm tired. I'm getting cold. I'm just there kind of by myself. And then all of a sudden, everything gets really quiet. Like, I don't hear wind whistling. I don't hear bugs. There's no crickets. It's just silent. And then I hear a twig break in the woods directly in front of me of where I was like doing my weird little shit. And something went off in my brain. I had some kind of brain cells connected. And I remembered every horror movie I'd ever seen up until that point, and I noped my little ass right back inside.
Yeah, the lizard brain kicked in.
Mm-hmm. And I was like, nope, I don't know what that was. I'm supposed to be alone out here, and I heard something move. Never mind. I'm going back inside.
I have a fun story with an ex involving some weird shit. I don't think I've talked about it on stream before, actually. I think she has on her channel. I don't think she's talked about it. I don't think I've talked about it here. One night, so I used to work an overnight job. Wait, was I working overnight during that time? No, I used to work this is back when I used to work on the airfield. I was wrapping up for the night. And the way that the shifts used to work, I used to work really, really long days. I think I was working a double this time.
Don't mind me.
Mwah.
Mwah.
So towards the end of the shift, I get a call. I'm like wrapping up. I'm doing like the last checks, filling up the last of the planes, putting the trucks away and everything. And I got a call from my ex, and she's freaked out. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? She said there was a presence in her kitchen. In other words, like a shadow.
Oh.
And I kid you not, the instant that she mentions the shadow, and my curiosity it's enough where I start going like, what do you mean by a shadow? What do you mean by this? What do you mean by that? Her phone dies.
Ugh.
Because she gave it attention. She drew attention to it, her and everything like that. And then she calls me back because I'm still like wrapping up. She calls me back like 20 minutes later. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? And she's like, yeah, no, so basically what happened is my phone went from almost fully charged to nothing. The phone literally died, the phone shut off. In the instant that happened, the presence went away. And in my stupidity, I walked into the kitchen where the thing was, grabbed a knife, and then continued down to the other side of the house past where the shadow thing was, and then proceeded to plug my phone in and then call you back. And I'm like, why wouldn't you just leave? But yeah, no, like there was some weird shit that used to happen around her. That was fun. Like when we were for a while, I was living with my ex. I was living with her parents. I would leave for work sometimes, and then she would hear me downstairs.
Mhm.
Like literally to the point where she would almost like try to answer, and then she's like, "Wait, no, they're at work."
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, that's fun.
That falls along with one of my family's rules. Now, to be clear, my mother, my birth mother, and that grandmother on that side, they're fucking insane. Like truly, we don't like
Stinky.
them. We do not like them.
No, we do not.
They are the source of many a trauma. But one of the rules that I'd always been taught was that if you hear something calling your name, you don't respond. You don't call back. You don't. And so that is something that unless I can physically see the person and I know that the person is like supposed to be around me, I'm not gonna call back. I'm not gonna respond back. Am I gonna go towards the voice? Hesitantly.
Can't hear shit if someone is. I don't know if Leonie's in the same the same boat that I am, but I actually have hearing loss from my job, from when I used to work on the airfield.
Yeah. So I like big problem. So before that, my my issues with like hearing and stuff started like before that because like my dad, he used to own like an oil field manufacturing business. So every once in a while he'd be like, "Can you come help me in this shop?" And I'd be like, "Okay." And being a little fucking stupid, idiot, dumb like teenager, we never like practiced like fucking like proper like hearing safety and stuff. So we never used earplugs when we welded and stuff.
Yeah. Going raw.
And yeah, we fucking like raw dog like the plasma cutter too, and it was like holy shit. So like another like thing too is like sometimes on the airstrip when you're doing like fucking quick turns and stuff, you just don't have time to like grab your like ear protection and shit, and you really have to like fucking get them fueled up and gone within like sometimes just minutes. And those fucking planes are loud. Like Challengers and Falcons, like they're fucking insanely loud. And
Yeah.
it sucks. It sucks. But yeah.
I think the most terrifying one that I forget exactly what it was, but there was there was one of them. We used to have to do I mean, I think my airfield was smaller than yours, but I think a Falcon 50 was one of the biggest ones that was based on the airfield.
Dude, I fucking hate
God.
Falcons. Like any kind of Falcon in general. They
These
were
are such a
fucking scary.
Piece of shit. The
Are you guys allowed
CJ3s
to
weren't too
compare
bad.
airfields on stream?
She was on the more maintenance side. I was on the line service side, so slightly different, but we had a lot of the same dangers.
Oh yeah.
I used to have to do like hot starts occasionally, which involved like literally basically running a generator and plugging it into a plane, which helped the motor start. And what that meant was that there was now a prop spinning usually within a couple feet of me, as I would have to crawl underneath an engine at times to unplug the generator and close up a hatch again.
Jesus.
How many fucking like years of experience I fucking have like in aviation and shit. There was like one client at our fucking airstrip who would come in literally every fucking day, and he like did not like the way like the service techs like handled his like because he was a pipeliner. So his like job was like to fly like up and down, to make sure that there was like no like leaks in like oil lines and stuff, or people were like stealing oil from like pipelines and stuff. And he didn't like the way like the line techs handled it because he always expected like tips and shit. And I was just like, I don't give a shit. I have too much time on my hands. I have nothing better going on.
Yeah.
So he used to like start like asking me to handle his like refillings and shit. And nothing puts the fucking like fear of like getting turned into like ribbons. Like when you're like leaving a plane in and the prop is fucking like a couple of feet from like tearing you to shreds.
That's horrifying.
Yeah,
God,
I
that
used
is.
to have to like park planes and stuff like that, and like some of the really busy like summer days, there comes a certain point where like as you're parking planes and like moving planes, you're not really supposed to be super close to planes, but like
Yeah.
sometimes like 2 or 3 planes are pulling in at once, and it's like you don't have a choice.
Yeah, and you have to be like what 10 feet from something that turns you from a person into like a state of physics.
It's crazy because it's like a maybe thing like unique to like the airstrip that I worked at, but it was like attached to like one of the biggest ranches in the world.
Mm.
So there's like a point in the year where you're just getting fucking hammered because everybody like all the rich like people are
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I want to go hunting, and then one day like some guy came in with a fucking 50 cal. And he's like, can you load this
oh
into my rental?
God.
And I'm like, what the fucking like what are you trying to hunt with a 50 cal? I don't understand.
that's crazy.
And he's like,
Oh.
yeah, I need help loading this into my car. And I'm like, I do not want to touch that. I'll be so real with you. I don't want to be culpable and fucking
Yeah, I don't want my fingerprints on that.
I mean,
You know what I found
crazy.
out?
I was gonna say
they-
my claim to fame before we moved to something else real quick.
Oh, yeah.
The airfield I used to work at was the closest one to Boston, which meant that the sports teams flew out of like it was like unless you were flying on like a team based or like a large volume plane, people would fly out of our airfield. So I did see at one point Tom Brady, Gronkowski, and a couple other people that were like on the Patriots.
Oh shit.
No way you saw Gronkowski from fucking
He's
the, like,
he's like
hit game
6'8".
Elden
Oh my god,
Jesus.
he's a fucking monster. Like I'll put it to you this way, like you know,
Yeah.
like he did the thing where he went to go slap the doorway as he walked out. When he raised his arm, his elbow hit the top of the doorway.
That's a big man.
Mhm.
That's a big man.
Gronkowski is this real?
Oh my lord.
It's crazy.
Picture it isn't real. Picture it didn't happen.
Pixar didn't.
God, I need to like look through like my old phone. I still have like a ton of videos of me like leading in like Falcons and like Pipers, Pipeliners.
I
God,
think I don't
That's
I
just, like,
still
a,
have it on my
That's actually badass as fuck.
I used to have a picture
What?
of a
Fib, really? Not that bit here. That's so dumb.
What?
Just
I-
fucking leads to a random Dunkin' Donuts in a
Damn.
I used to have a picture on my phone of I think it's a P42 Mustang that was on our ramp that I got to refuel. There's also like there was a couple different large old World War II planes that came in with
Hmm.
it.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
Those things are loud as fuck.
Part of my like fascination with like the Navy and stuff started during that like time where I was working on the private airstrip because like I used to when I had nothing better to do when there was no like planes to work on, I just used to like help fucking read winds to like the Navy like like King Airs who used to like do touch and goes. And it was just like really interesting hearing like their like different like call signs and the way they handled stuff. And I was like, I want to take my aviation experience somewhere else.
Yeah,
And then
it is
fucking-
fascinating.
I still
I-
think in the phonetic alphabet, by the way.
Right?
Dude, it's crazy. It never leaves you. It doesn't.
I use it in my current job too.
I never had any sort of like interaction with the military. My dad, God rest his soul, I found out later in life that any sort of like military advertisement or pamphlet I got, he burned before I could see.
Oh,
And but I got into airsoft at one point because it was like I was huge into Call of Duty, and it's a lot of fun. It is not a safe place.
Correct.
Some of the guys that show up to play airsoft. I remember one time going down with a friend of mine and to a place in I think Illinois. They had refitted an old base or something into an airsoft field, and there was this guy who all the refs seemed to know. Full trench coat, fedora, the entire shtick, running around like calling everyone monkeys, and I'm like, brother,
oh,
Oh no.
brother.
Oh, no.
It was and I hated the fact that he wasn't. I wanted to burn his fucking patch, but he was on my team, and I have not gone out since because the vibe just sucks so bad.
Yeah. You brought up airsoft, and it unlocked a fucking core memory of
Right?
like some shit that I used to like. So me and my like brother, we lived in this like little fucking. We lived in like a ranch out in the middle
Yeah.
of fucking nowhere. So we didn't really like have much in like terms of like entertainment. And like, God, this is gonna sound so fucking like stupid, like actually dumb. So my dad broke his leg randomly like one year when we were
Mhm.
little, and we lived up on like a hill on like a little slope, and we had an orange tree, and fucking of course we had a BB gun.
Mm-hmm.
So our way of like
Gotta have the
keeping
Red Ryder.
ourselves entertained, way of keeping ourselves entertained is like we would fucking get one of like us on the wheelchair and fucking
Oh my
take
god.
the, like oranges and the fucking BBs when we didn't have anything else to like throw. We shove each other down the hill and just fucking he'll wail on each other with the fucking.
That's so funny. That had to hurt. Is this like metal BBs?
Dude.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, no, it was fucking metal BBs and that
That
shit
had to hurt
hurt all
so
the time.
bad. And you
also
just
have,
you
like-
just like, hey, shoot me as I roll down in this wheelchair.
Yeah, it's so fucked. It's so dumb. Another
Sometimes you
fucking-
gotta do it though. That's the funnest shit.
Yeah, I was always like the softer of the two of us, so I never fucking like got into fights or anything really.
Mm.
He was like really into sports and shit. I was like into cooking and being cute and shit. Tildy.
Real. That was me with my friends in high school. Because they were all jocks in like wrestling, football, and then I'm the little tiny theater kid.
I fucking. It's also like probably another dumbass story. My so I like. We got home from school one day, and
Mhm.
I was like, "Well, mom's not gonna come pick you up for a while and take you home or whatever." So why don't we just fucking? I was like, "I'll make dinner or whatever." So I made like a pizza or whatever, and I mean, there was like one slice left, and he had like a fucking like shitty ass like steak knife in his like hand, and I was like, all right, whatever. I'm just gonna take the last slice because fucking I made it or whatever. I reached for it. This dumb fucking idiot. Like,
Don't tell me.
fucking yeah. I have a scar on my right hand, like directly in the middle.
Wait, he actually hit the mark. I thought you were gonna tell me,
Yeah.
oh, he like hit to the side or like just put it through the finger. He hit the mark.
He did in fact hit the mark. So yeah, on my right hand, like directly in the fucking middle, there's like a scar from
Oh my god.
my brother
Oh.
going fucking just having like a temporary lapse in judgment and shanking me in the fucking hand over a slice of pizza. It's crazy.
Jesus.
And I immediately delivered like the ass beating of a fucking lifetime to him.
Deserved.
Right.
That's insane.
It's crazy.
What do you do? It's just like,
I didn't fucking know how to react. I was
Yeah,
just
what
like,
do you
did
do?
you really? Because like, it was funny at the moment. I was thinking like, what the fuck? There's no
Yeah.
way, right? There's no
Yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah,
This
yeah.
is like, this is such a like a stupid ass thing for a human being to do. And I
yeah.
was thinking about it, and I was like, Bass, did you just fucking? And he was like, yeah.
Oh, he's disappointed. He's disappointed in himself too.
As he should be.
It took over. The
Just fucking, I
brain
don't
cell
know.
took over.
That like stupid like impulse to like do stupid shit. It's crazy.
We are a minute away from an ad.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to take the time to remind people about the charity. We are part of a group of 14 streamers currently raising money for the Trevor Project for the entire month of June for Pride. If anybody is curious, there is a pinned message in chat, or you can do !charity if you want to help out or spread the message or anything like that. Also, because we are now under a minute for ads, we're going to be going to a quick BRB again, where people can get up, use the bathroom, get some water, get some food, or anything like that. And we'll be back in a couple minutes, so nobody misses any of the action. No pit this time, Fufu.
There's Sumi?
nothing left inside me. Only the darkness that comes when I devolve into nothing. Nothing
Oh, good
exists
lord.
beyond the
From-
veil. Nothing exists beyond the ad. I cease to exist as a being of creation. God turns his head to me. There's nothing,
Uh-huh.
and there never will be.
Oh, okay.
I have enough to say to you.
You're a very unique person.
We'll
I
be
love
back.
that so much.
That was sick as fuck.
And we're back.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
So we have now hit the 3-hour mark. So I'm going to go around and ask people, where their socials are, any plans they have for the future. We're kind of getting to the point where we're going to start wrapping up. But also, if you want to stick around, drop a follow, get some extra channel points from the raid if you want to stick around for that. That'd be super appreciated too. I guess we'll start with Fufu.
Oh God, Zumi, thank you. I'm honored. You can check me out, Oxide Fufu VT, Twitch, and Blue Sky. I do have a Twitter, Oxide Artist, but hot take, Twitter's only good for porn now. So, Blue Sky. So yeah, Oxide Fufu VT and Blue Sky Twitch. We're just running casual unscheduled streams for the meantime, and check out there for any updates of future projects we got going on.
Nixie?
I don't have any major projects going up into the future other than, working on just some art things that I've got going on. I don't stream as often usually, but if you are ever interested in getting some fine commissions and seeing those streamed live, I do have my commissions open. You can find the links on my Twitter or my Blue Sky, though, as Fufu said so eloquently, Twitter's just basically for porn, so.
There's some good shit. Okay. Yeah.
Once I get caught up on stuff with like my model and computer stuff, I might be checking out the commissions.
Yeah, thank you.
They're really good. I'm biased, but they're really good.
You are biased.
I am. Yeah.
And Leonie?
Yeah. I've had like 3 intelligent thoughts in my entire life, but I have a couple of like things going on at the moment. Next week I will be doing I think it's Thursday. I'll be doing like a talk show with my boyfriend. I'll have him on as my guest and we'll be doing that. So if you ever want to see me like embarrassed as fuck, that's probably the time to do it. But also immediately after that we'll be doing an Elden race. And a couple other really cool things. And yeah. You can follow me over on Twitter at @AdasilLeone. I'm gonna be so real. I only post fucking porn and like
That's so real.
You can follow me also on Blue Sky at @AdasilLeone.sakana.live. I'm also a part of like a fish theme like streaming group. We haven't done shit in forever because all of us are like single cell organisms who have had like 3 thoughts in our entire life as well. What else do I have going on? I don't know. I stream like every other day because I'm unemployed. Smile. I'm also a fine arts major, so it's not like I have much going on in that department either.
Godspeed, soldier.
If you ever want to see like someone fucking bash their head against a wall, like FromSoft like game of the week, etc., or hear someone talk about the viability of backshots, different Olympian gods in Hades and Hades 2, I'm your gal. Except like not like in a weird like parasocial way. My heart's taken by Ihara Tilby. Yeah. Yeah, check me out. Also like random fucking side bit or whatever. Hey Zumi, Umfi, bestie. I'm really proud of you. I never get to tell you this kind of like a shit, but I feel like if I don't say it now, I probably won't remember to because I'll forget. It's been like almost a year, and I'm really, really like proud of the progress that you made, really as like a person and like in your like transitioning journey.
Thank you.
You're an amazing friend, and like I said, very glad to know you. Very proud of you.
Thank you. I'm also very
I
proud of
always
you
love
too.
seeing girlies support girlies.
So
It's so good.
I
and
love
if
Pride
anybody,
Month.
if anybody is curious, I know we have a number of people here that are new. That card there has all my socials on it. Blue Sky is where I'm most active on. If anybody wants to join the community or interact outside of stream, Discord is the best place to do it. I've also got 2 YouTubes. My Twitter is on there, but it's privated because I really don't post to it.
Yeah,
I will interact with a couple people, but like outside of that, I really don't use Twitter.
it's just good for porn. I go there to beat my shit. That's about it.
I love you. I love you so
Love
much.
you too.
Does anybody have anybody they would like to raid? Because I'm not seeing specific people.
I don't think anyone from the charity group is going. I don't really have anyone on my side.
Mm. I don't really see any. I see like there's one really cool like streamer named Zumi streaming right now. It's crazy.
Oh shit! Wait, yeah, I've heard about her.
Oh, I do have somebody I can raid. I actually haven't said hi to him in a while. It's this really fun streamer by the name of Tank Bearclaw. I did interview him like back in like the 3-year ago period. He's currently playing Halo Master Chief Collection with one of his friends. So we can go say hi to him.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, because people enjoyed it last time, for raid message, be gay, do crime.
That's a classic.
And whatever emotes you want to use. I like the Corby emotes. I'm a little biased though.
Corby's beast.
And I love Corby's model too.
Corby is an
I-
absolute bean. His work is amazing.
If it is one thing that I can say that I've enjoyed the most about the VTuber community is just seeing all the creativity that comes out for people who design their sonas, their models, how they want to present themselves. It's great. It's wonderful.
Mhm.
Nom 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 nom. Like truly, it makes me filled with hope for the imagination of the world.
Mhm.
But anyways, good
yeah,
luck. Have a good night.
This was a lot of fun. I hope everybody has a good rest of your night. I'm going to be live again on Sunday. I don't know what the plan is yet for that. Probably figure that out on Sunday. But then Monday is going to be Elden Ring Bingo. So definitely stick around for that. And I hope everybody has a good rest of your night. Let's go say hi to Tank. Love you
Bye,
all. Have a
everybody.
good one. Goodbye.
Bye bye.